It's time for high school football. I'm David Swacker, welcoming you to Spartan Stadium in Gonzales for tonight's REV Game of the Week between the Brother Martin Crusaders and the East Ascension Spartans. Before we talk about tonight's game, let's send it to Jimmy Frederick, who is standing by with Adam Cortez, manager of Chris's Specialty Foods, to tell us more about some exciting things happening at their stores.
Thanks a lot, Coach. We appreciate it very much. We are out here with Adam Contreras. He is the manager over at Chris's Specialty Foods. And Adam, man, it is football season. We're here. I mean, we're right here at East Ascension.
This weather's perfect.
It is perfect, and you guys have everything you need for tailgating. Tell us a little bit about what you have.
Yeah, so we can make your trays, smoked wings, boudin balls, meat pies, etouffee, whatever you want. We can pack it up, and I have a van. We can take it right to your tailgate.
You get on, and it's perfect. And even if you just want to bring some stuff out to a family picnic, or maybe you want to tailgate before the East Ascension game, go run by and pick it up from Chris's Specialty Foods. You have great locations, too.
We do. For our Brother Martin people on that side, I'm at the store in Lakeview, right off of 610. We have a store on Millerville off of I-12, heading towards Denham Springs. We have a brand new store on Highland Road, right across the street from Rufino's. And then we have a store in Central for the Central Private people.
Well, that is perfect. And y'all have some really, and when you say specialty foods, you guys have some specialty stuff. I got an alligator from you guys last year. We cooked it up for Gator Week. That's coming up. But y'all have all kinds of different things. Beautiful specialties from Louisiana and around.
Yeah, specials like ossobuco veal, oxtail, whole rabbits, alligator boudin. It's Gator Week next week. Florida's coming to town. We have your whole gators. We have your gator meat. Whatever kind of gator stuff you want, we got it.
And they can help you cook it as well. Not help you cook it, but tell you how to cook it. And that was something that helped me a lot because I'd never cooked one before until last year.
Yeah, I mean, I have pictures in the store of customer pictures and how they cooked it. If anybody asks me at the store how to cook anything, I'll figure it out.
Absolutely. And you also have something that a lot of folks don't have, and that is a food truck, but it's not a traditional food truck. It's really for big events and catering events.
Yeah, if you have an event big enough and want us to come out, we'll come out. We'll do lobster rolls, we'll do etouffees, we'll do rice and gravy, just about anything. Boudin balls, chicken crackling.
Well, everybody, you need to go by Chris's Specialty Foods. They're all over the area and even in New Orleans. Adam, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate Chris's being such a wonderful community partner and sponsoring the REV Game of the Week. It means a lot.
Absolutely. And if you're at lunch hours from 11 to 2 on Highland Road, you can go in there and get you a plate lunch.
Can't beat it. It is so good. They cook it up so perfectly. We're going to head back to the booth and go to a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to start this great football game between the number 13 ranked Brother Martin Crusaders and the East Ascension Spartans. Back right after this.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
90 years. It's not just a number. It's decades of dedication to great service. The local team at REV has been serving Louisiana families and businesses for generations. Our people have the experience to deliver a superior network, which gives you the speed and reliability to live your best life and get more done at work. We're here for your home and your business. You can count on REV. 90 years of building connections.
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's. REV presents the Action Minute.
Here's the Clinical Director of Action Therapy and Wellness, Haley Leindecker.
Hi, I'm Haley Leindecker with Action Therapy and Wellness in Gonzales, and I'm here to show you some simple techniques that you can do at home to increase mobility and improve posture. The seated thoracic extension using a foam roller will improve your posture. Support your neck with your hands and keep your feet flat on the ground. Lean back over the foam roller while keeping your lower back neutral. Standing wand flexion is easy and very effective. Using a shoulder width grip, keep your arms straight and slowly raise the wand overhead as far as comfortable. For the pectoralis stretch, stand near a doorway and place your forearms against the wall at a 90-degree angle. Step forward slightly till you feel a slight pull in your chest to feel a stretch. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Repeat 3 times. Action Therapy and Wellness specializes in physical therapy, sports therapy, occupational, and hand therapy. Just remember, no referrals needed. Give us a call today.
Welcome back, everybody, to the REV Game of the Week. I'm Jimmy Frederick. Along with me, our very own Hall of Famer, David Swacker. Coach, it's here, football season 2025.
And you know, it's the most fun anybody associated with a high school can have. Beginning of the school year, you have all kinds of things. You know, a lot of people talk about football, but you have volleyball, you have swimming, you have cross country, you have homecoming. It's an exciting time in the school year, and you get to come out, beautiful night right here, to a capacity crowd and have a lot of fun.
It really is a beautiful night. Let's take a look at our coach's notebook if we could, and we will do that now because we have got 2 really good coaches and really good coaching staffs here. We will start off with Brother Martin. Of course, Mark Bonice, been at Brother Martin for 17 years, and he has really done a magnificent job there.
And look, Jimmy,
Go ahead.
You know, in that situation, can you imagine? He's in the Catholic League. They kind of talk
Right.
about it for all these years, and every game is just like a big game, like a Santa Ma East Ascension game or something like that. So a lot of fun coaching down there in the New Orleans area.
There you see Coach Mathern, Brock Mathern, in his second year here. This is his second head coaching job. He was at St. Louis, but he has done a fantastic job. You know what he said? Last year was about getting acclimated. This year it's about putting his stamp on this program.
And other than a stamp, he's put a staff on this
You're not
program
kidding.
too.
You're not kidding. Here come the East Ascension Spartans. We're going to have the playing of the national anthem in just a bit. We need to mention something very special, and that is the fact that the Louisiana Tech Band is also here tonight, and they're going to be playing at halftime, and we certainly can't wait to see that. It's going to be a wonderful time.
And why would they be here, Jimmy?
Well, the band director here at East Ascension, Charlie Lee, was a graduate from Louisiana Tech, been a good friend of the band director over at Louisiana Tech, Chris Heiderbright, and they decided they're going to come practice. They're practicing, getting ready for tomorrow's game, and they're here.
Yeah, they're here. They're going to be practicing here at East Ascension Stadium in the morning before the big Louisiana Tech LSU game.
Our color guard is going to be presented by Cadet Yitzhak Escalante, Michaela Babin, Peyton Porty, and Dejamir Gray, and we appreciate their service as we listen to the pride of East Ascension under the direction of Charles Lee. Beautiful rendition there by the pride of the Spartans, and we appreciate all the hard work that the band puts into it. If you don't realize how much work those guys and girls put into it, you haven't seen them. They're doing two-a-days just like football players in the early part of the summer, so it's really, really hot. So they're doing a great job, and we appreciate it.
And while you were down doing the interview, Tech was over there on the other field. I don't know. I think they were running wind sprints or something like that. They were getting it ready for that show for tomorrow night at Tiger Stadium.
Let's take a look at our keys to victory, and we start off with the visiting Brother Martin Crusaders. Again, they're ranked number 13 in the preseason poll. They have had a game under their belt already. They beat John Ehret last week. They have to win in the trenches, Coach. They've got to contain the Spartan speed, and they've got to play Brother Martin football. And containing that the Spartan speed is going to be tough.
And you know, this is what anybody that's ever played against the Spartans, knowing that they come out of the huddle with some gigantic linemen, whether it be on the offensive side all the way back to the Glenn Dorsey days or the defensive side. And so, you know, Brother Martin's going to come out here with some legitimate 5A linemen, both offensively and defensively. So it's going to be a matter of what happens between those tackles in those A and B and a little bit in the C gaps to see who's going to determine who's going to be the winner of this game.
Let's take a look at the keys for East Ascension. And talking with Coach Brock Mathern, he is as comfortable as he's ever been in terms of feeling good about the defense and the offense on both sides of the ball, special teams. We're going to talk about his staff as we go forward, move through the game, but he has put together maybe the best coaching staff in the history of high school football. I don't know. They have to win the turnover battle. That was something they struggled with a little bit last year, and they have to get off the field on third down. That is something that they did not do a good job of last year at all. They really left some opportunities to get off the field a lot of times when we saw them last year. And then, of course, they've got to take pride in the process, and that's something that he has been instilling in these guys for the last 6 months, ever since football season kind of ended, and they got right back into getting prepped for this one.
Well, he's got his mentor that was the head coach at Cecilia that won a state championship. And lo and behold, shows up, says, I'll take a job over here, big pay raise. And, of course, he comes in from Cecilia as a head coach and winning a state championship, coming over as the defensive coordinator. And he was when Coach Mathern was at Cecilia. He refers to the defensive coordinator as his mentor.
Yep, that's Dennis Scaines. And, of course, they've also got father and son on the offensive side, and that's Sonny Chaponche and Dane Chaponche from Turley.
Forever they've been outstanding. Being from Crowley, I got the opportunity to go over and watch a lot of games at Turley's, both football and basketball and track. And so it was really nice to see Sonny and his son, Dane, over here.
A special presentation on the field right now.
Loyson Poirier.
To acknowledge his mark on Spartan football, the EA coaches area of the press box has been officially named the Loyson Porta Spartan Coaches Box. Thank you, Mr. Loyson, for all your hard work over the years. You are the true embodiment of once a Spartan, always a Spartan. And we have a little surprise today. Mr. Loyson is celebrating his 76th birthday. And his wish is for all of you, his Spartan family, to sing happy birthday to him. So here we go, guys. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Mr. Loyson Porta.
Happy birthday to Mr. Loyson. Been around for a very long time, and he's been a mainstay here in the press box since we've been doing it for sure, and, of course, many years before that.
And always cooking a little meal out there in the parking lot, just to sit around and shoot the bull with the Spartan fans as they come in.
It is football time here in South Louisiana. Again, I'm Jimmy Frederick. Along with me, our Hall of Famer, David Swacker. Coach, this is going to be an exciting one, and I think the East Ascension Spartans are going to put a very good product on the field this year.
Well, last year, Brother Martin eased ahead of the Spartans, so, maybe a different time with a different group right here. Your offensive tackle moving to tight end, so some different things happening with the new staff in there and everything else. So it ought to be interesting. But I'm going to tell you what, Brother Martin is going to put up a big fight.
Flanagan will put his foot into it for Brother Martin, and we are underway in the 2025 football season. It will be collected by Henderson, number 5, at the 25-yard line. And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line.
Well, I tell you what I liked right there, Jimmy, is deep man didn't get his number, was at the goal line. He probably ran 25 yards to catch the ball, and instead of letting it bounce, which I guarantee you they would have started this drive inside the 15-yard line.
We'll catch the starters in just a second after this play. Again, 1st and 10 for the East Ascension Spartans, their first play from scrimmage, year 2 of the Brock Mathern era.
And Martinez in the backfield.
Number 88, he is committed to LSU as he played left tackle last year. They moved him to tight end because they want him to block and also possibly catch a few passes. There's going to be a handoff straight up the middle to number 6, Blackburn. Let's take a look at the offensive starters for East Ascension. They'll start like this. Zaylen Smith is quarterback. Your running back is Blackburn, and your fullback is Gotro.
Same play. Close to a first down. I think the referees are waving it on.
They're moving with some tempo now. It's definitely faster than they did last year, and that is a first down for the Spartans.
And you think of East Ascension in past years, pass. This has been run.
Zayden Smith is the quarterback. A handoff to Blackburn again, and Blackburn picks up 14 yards and drags some defenders with him.
Boy, if you watch this, watch the quarterback. It looks like he's kind of reading somebody there and handing that ball off. Looks like running the same play 3 times in a row.
Make it 4. A little counter this time, and he will pick up 7, make it 8 yards on the carry.
And, I'm sure they have where the quarterback, who's very athletic, all right, defensive end's coming down hard. Let's pull this thing and see if the quarterback can get outside.
They are not wasting any time getting to the line of scrimmage, and they will jump, and that's unfortunate as we have number 64, Javon Matthews, whistled for the first penalty. It'll be illegal procedure, and that'll be the first penalty for East Ascension.
Well, no coach likes that because you're just breaking a little discipline right there. You could say, all right, we're in week 1, but, you still have 88. Bryston Mathern always has a lead blocker on all of these plays.
This will be the first time they've looked over a little check with me.
They're going to the right here, got to be.
You just can't fathom the size of Martinez, number 88, and this will be the first handoff right up the middle to the new running back.
You see they play in that 3-3 front right there, it looks like. And just going opposite, take that back. They're playing a 4-2 now. 4-man front.
Again, they are just manhandling the interior of that defensive line.
If you were watching this from the end zone, there is a gaping hole between the guard and the center, and then you have Mathern leading up into that gap.
I think that's number 20. It looks like 20 or 20. No, it's 28, excuse me. Jamarcus McCarty.
Well, they signal the plays in and still got plenty of time.
Blackburn's back into the backfield. Penalty's going to fly. I think somebody jumped a little bit early. Yep. Procedure again, the second one on this drive. drive started back at their own 34-yard line, and they have marched down the field. And a lot of it has been tempo.
Well, that tempo and that big plays on first down is.
Boy, the offensive line, the interior of the offensive line with Bertro, Matthews, and Johnson doing a great job of opening holes.
Hey, boy, that running back, 2 hands on that ball, Jimmy.
We expect, look, Blackburn kicks it outside, breaks one tackle, and then finally brought down, hit hard by Jacques Earhart.
Blackburn on the carry, Earhart on the tackle. That's enough for another VA. First down.
You got 5 or 6 first downs here in this first drive.
It's the 10th play of the drive. 8:56 left to go in the first quarter. Blackburn will be hit and brought down by Canizero. One thing about Brother Martin, and one of the reasons they're doing so much tempo and going so much tempo, is because they get so many people in, and they've not been able to substitute anybody. And Blackburn will have his helmet come off, so unfortunately he's going to have to come out of the game for a play.
Well, if you just watch the guard, center, and even in the tackle and that thing, and then you watch Blackburn, he is the lead back on these ISOs that they're running. Very impressive right there, getting plenty of yardage.
3rd and 1 from the 9. It's McCarty into the backfield now for Blackburn, who had to come off the field, again, because his helmet came off. They are getting a huge push up front. It will be McCarty. McCarty will get the first down, and they'll be 1st and goal from the 4.
I thought just looking at the defensive shift that if they went outside, he could have easily got in the end zone right there.
Let me tell you something. This is a different-looking football team than we saw last year. We saw some flashes of brilliance, but this has been a methodical drive, even with 2 penalties. Blackburn finds a mark, gives the into the end zone. Touchdown! He scooted a little bit to his left and found an opening, and we have a touchdown.
Well, Mathern moved the tight end on that particular play and helped lead up in there. And, of course, the offensive line knew exactly what that was, a touchdown with the running back getting in the end zone.
We had a great angle from our camera guys, and it was a little close. I think the nose of the football broke the plane. It'll be Audemont to kick the extra point. He's going to be their punter, field goal kicker, kickoff guy. He is not a prototypical he's a linebacker. He played linebacker last year, and he certainly looks the part. The extra point is up and no good. We will take a quick break. 11-play drive puts the Spartans in the end zone at 6-0 with 7:42 left to go in the first. Back after this on the REV Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. Precision Pools and Outdoors, Parish Engineering, Black Bayou Lending, OxyChem, The RV Shop, Innovative Orthotics and Prosthetics of Louisiana.
Welcome back, everybody. Again, 11-play drive, covered 66 yards, and it was a 4-yard touchdown run by Blackburn. And he took a lot of the snaps. I think he took probably 90% of the snaps on that drive. But that looked pretty easy for the guys in blue. See what Brother Martin can do as they come out, and it'll be their first opportunity for their offense.
That was impressive right there, Jim, because nowadays when you watch a game, you never see what you just saw right there.
And I really like the fact that they went tempo, and I'm pretty sure it's to keep them from substituting because Bonise plays so many different guys. It's going to be a short kick that will be taken at the 36-yard line, and he will cross midfield, and that is where Brother Martin will take over 1st and 10. Interesting, they wanted to keep it away from Easton Royal. Easton Royal Let's take a look quick. We'll talk about Easton in just a minute. Let's take a look at the starters on defense for the Spartans. At defensive end, you've got King Short. At nose guard is Anderson. The left end is Johnson. Then you've got your linebackers Stone, Miles, and Landry. In the backfield, you got Landry and Levy at safeties, and Courtney Thomas, along with cornerback Smith and Javon Javius. Hudson Browning is the quarterback for Brother Martin. A very complex offense. First handoff goes nowhere, and this defense is fired up. A handoff to Jeremiah Burton is blown up at the line of scrimmage.
25, Cameron Stone, and 94, King Short. In on the tackle of number 5, Jeremiah Burton. 2nd and 11 from midfield.
So they lose a yard. It brings up 2nd down and 11. Again, Easton Royal. He is number 3 at the bottom of your screen. Runs a 4.29. And there's a pass, and it's incomplete. Found a nice little hole in the zone, and number 14 couldn't come down with it.
Boy, watch the pass right over the linebacker's hand. Beautiful, put it right in there. Just could not bring it in.
Hudson Fields, very, very good quarterback. Strong arm, great leader. Julian Cutter moving around in the backfield. It's going to be an option. It will go to Cutter. Cutter's being chased. He will be tackled hard, and they lose another couple of yards. Brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt this one away.
Well, I thought they had the receiver open in the 2nd level of that flood route right there, and just could not get him turned up to be able to make that throw.
So the offense marched and the defense stopped, and that is a very good sign for this East Ascension football team.
And you have people I know in these stands are going, wow. You know, I'm not believing what I'm seeing, but I'm enjoying it. That's for certain.
Jacob Davidson will put his foot into it from his own 35-yard line. Blackburn, whistles blow. Blackburn will receive it. Luckily, that one was blown dead for everybody's sake. Blackburn took one to the house in the Jamboree last week against Central. It was a kickoff, however. So the penalty was on Brother Martin. I'm afraid I looked away. Did you see what it was?
I think it was a little motion penalty.
So that'll back him up 5.
5-yard penalty on the Crusaders. 4th and 17.
But I'll tell you what, Davidson has a pretty big leg. That was a good kick. The first one didn't count.
You can see Brother Martin, they point at whoever they're blocking.
And East Ascension's coming after it. Just got it off. Blackburn muffed the punt. Fight for it, and it looks like Brother Martin's going to come down with it. He does. Wow, that is a tough play for Blackburn. He muffed the kick that they blew dead, and then he muffed the real one, and that's unfortunate for the Spartans.
Special teams. Big area right there for your team, Jimmy. So important. Win the turnover battle.
One of the keys for sure. Water timeout. Let's take a look at some of the other things we were trying to get to in the pregame, didn't have time for. Let's take a look at last year's records. Brother Martin had a good year. They were 6-5. They lost in the first round of the playoffs to John Curtis. And East Ascension, of course, that first year with Coach Mathern, 3-7, missed the playoffs for the second straight season. But if this is any indication, I don't think they're going to miss it this year. But, of course, it is the first game of the season, and that was the first drive. But,
It is the first game, but I'm going to tell you, this district, I've been sold on it, not just in football. I'm talking about all of the sports, male and female. This district, I think, is outstanding with Livingston Parish and Ascension Parish. with the 3 teams over there and the 4 teams over here in Ascension. I think it's just a great thing for all of the sports, and I think you're going to see good things happen. More people are moving in both of those communities.
So after the muff punt, it'll be 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line of East Ascension. Quick pass into the flats. Great tackle, great job for John Jell Smith to close on him and make the tackle. They pick up 7 on the play.
And, you know, that right there, that DB was off a pretty good distance right there in a little hitch route.
RPO, they'll throw it for the end zone and overthrowing his intended receiver, DeMonche.
You know, right, watch the quarterback. He's just looking in the secondary. Pull it up, throw it deep, wide open, just could not get it to him.
Well, everything is based on the RPO, and it's a very complex offense. If you haven't noticed, the quarterback, Fields, is having to make a lot of decisions and do a lot of reads at the line of scrimmage, and another timeout is going to be called. This time will be called by Brother Martin.
Well, Jimmy, you know, when you do the RPO, a lot of times you have to establish the run by the quarterback or the running back to open up the wide receiver play. That didn't necessarily happen on that. They were wide open, you know, on that throw over the middle. And when you start getting that throw over the middle open, those DBs, linebackers maybe back up a little bit, opens up that run game.
Coach, you were talking about the district. Let's take a look at both the districts that these 2 teams play in very quickly. You mentioned Denham Springs, Dutchtown, East Ascension, Live Oak, Prairieville, Santamar, and Walker. That's our 5-5A district. In 9-5A, it is Brother Martin, Curtis, Easton, Holy Cross, Edna Carr, Rummel, Jesuit, and St. Aug. So those are 2 very stacked
and Prairieville's they're coming.
Oh, yeah, no question about it. So it brings up 3rd down and 3. This time we'll hand it off up the middle. A nice seam for Cutter, and Cutter is going to take it inside the 5-yard line all the way to the 3. Good job up front for Caleb Becknell and Bruno to open up that hole.
Boy, nice opening right there for the running back. Good vision, made a nice cut, went out of bounds at the 6.
So the Crusaders are knocking at the door now. They actually said he went out of bounds at the 6 instead of the 3, pardon me. 1st and goal for Brother Martin. Great camera shot right there. That's our official pylon cam. New this year. Hand off to Cutter. Cutter's going to be met at the line of scrimmage, and he will be wrapped up at the 5. The flag is going to fly after the play. I think we'll have to wait and see as they sort it out. Good job up in the interior of the line.
You can see that at the top of your picture there. That was definitely a very late hit right there. Coming from, looks like maybe the fullback or the tackle right there.
Yeah. Number 85, we whistled for that one. That's Owen Carl. So that'll back them up 15. That's their 3rd penalty. Now check that 2nd penalty for 20 yards so far. Personal foul is the call. So repeat 1st down. It should be 2nd down, I believe. By the way, 5:09 left to go in the 1st quarter. We're having a little trouble with our clock, so we'll keep you updated on that.
15 yards assessed would be 1st and goal from the 20.
1st and goal from the 20. Big penalty.
And you see here the 3 new players come in, and one of them is the player. That's number 3, Easton Royal. He's in the inside, which basically would open him up straight down the pipe if that deep safety doesn't back up.
Cutter will move behind in the pistol formation. Quick pass to Easton Royal. Royal makes the catch. He's got a little running room. He finds a seam, but there's going to be a flag again. He does get into the end zone, but there's going to be holding, I believe, on Brother Martin. So that'll negate the the touchdown. Watch it right here. There's the hold right there. Two of them, both of them were held.
Royal didn't have any problems, just like running on that relay, I believe, at the state meet, watching him. In the 100, I believe he ran, in the one relay, 1 by 100 meters.
Brings up second down, will back him up even further. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 29-yard line, make it the 27-yard line. Well, you know, we mentioned that he runs a 4.29, and that's a legit 4.29. He was timed at some camps. He runs a 10.2 in the 100, as you mentioned.
Well, he was at the Texas Ohio State game.
Yes, he was on an official visit. He's had offers from everywhere, and he's only a junior. He's legit. He'll step up to the line of scrimmage. You can't see him, just at the bottom of your screen, right just inside the frame that you can see. Fields has a pass batted down. Tremendous effort that time by Cameron Stone.
Boy, it looked like he may even intercept that thing.
Stone came off the edge, batted it into the air.
I mean, the East Ascension staff thinks it's a recovery of a fumble or an interception, and I don't think that actually happened.
No, I don't think so either. But it was a heck of a play, and we knew that this defense was going to be. They moved from a 4-2-5 basically last year to a 3-3 stack, and it's just blitz heavy. 3rd and goal from the 24-yard line.
No, you kind of see what Coach wants to do for Brother Martin. Move players in and out. He likes to get a lot of people some time to carry over and possibly into the playoffs.
Demontre is at the bottom of your screen. Dropping back his Fields. He's going to be chased. He'll be flushed from the pocket. Blackburn chases him down from behind. We knew he was going to play both ways. Just didn't know he was going to make such an impact both ways.
And watch how quick he gets chasing that quarterback from behind, and he gets up there extremely quick to make that play.
Looks like we're going to have a long field goal try. It is going to be a 37-yard field goal attempt. Davidson will do, no, this is David Gentry. The kick is up. It's got the leg, and it is good. He puts it through from 37 yards, and we have a 6-3 ball game. 3:58 left to go in the first quarter. We will be back right after this. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. State Farm Insurance Agent Adam McCarty. Ross Downing Buick GMC Gonzales. Athletic Center. Our Lady of the Lake Health. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation.
After the muff punt and penalties galore for Brother Martin, they have to settle for a field goal. But in high school, a 37-yard field goal is a pretty good thing to be able to kick. And you don't have a lot of high school teams that have that ability, but certainly Brother Martin comes away with points, and they make them pay for the muff punt that they had a little bit ago. So this will be the second opportunity now for East Ascension to be on offense.
And this is Flanagan doing the kicking.
Set to receive, I believe. They will keep it away from Blackburn, and it will be Merriweather that'll take it, number 1. And he will get across the 25 to the 27. Merriweather is an interesting story. He wears the number 1. That's not something that is just given. They vote on that, and he is a first-year starter. He's a receiver. and they voted unanimously by the players and the coaches that he was going to wear number 1, kind of like the 18 with LSU.
You know, it's amazing. I know when I was at Santa Mom, I'm not sure just exactly how this worked out, if the kids got together, but who was going to get number 1 from year to year, because usually it was a very special player for a lot of reasons.
1st and 10, second opportunity for the Spartans to run their offense. They were very successful on their first drive. Let's see what they can do with it here.
5-man front defensively.
Dropping back, RPO, quick out, breaks the tackle. He's got a little bit of running room, gets across the 40-yard line or to the 40-yard line for a 15-yard pickup and the first pass completion of the day.
Boy, nice job right there by the quarterback getting the ball out there in a hurry on the little hitch route. And you notice how that the receiver went inside and not outside right there to get around to get more yardage.
That was Urson, his first catch of the year. So they spot the ball right at the 40-yard line of East Ascension. 3:22 left to go in the first quarter. Oh, he ran into his own man because he got shoved back. And that was a big, big push, as you see James Crisp getting pushed back into Blackburn. Actually, that was not Blackburn, that was McCarty. Baglio was the guy that really got that push on Crisp. And Crisp is new to East Ascension, new to Gonzales. They moved here from Texas this year.
Matthew comes out for East Ascension. As you can see, the 5, it's a 5-2, 5-3.
Flags will fly again.
5-man front with either 2 or 3 linebackers, basically playing a goal line defense right here to try to stop that A and B gap running game of East Ascension.
They definitely want to force them outside. They have a lot of good speed in the defensive backfield that they think they can make some plays from.
Well, the good thing, that I always look at when they're playing a 6-man front or 5-man front, a lot of times you have plenty of room once you get past the linemen and the linebackers.
Quick scoring update. We'll give you that in just a second. Handoff up the middle to McCarty. McCarty is going to get bottled up. He will get the 5 yards back that they lost on the penalty, so it'll be second, make that 3rd down at 10. Real quick, it's Santa Maria leads Bird 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. And we are coming up to 2 minutes, 2:10 left here in our first quarter. So they didn't quite get all of the penalty yardage back. He got 4 yards. Brings up 3rd and 11. McCarty's still in there. I'm sure they're trying to give Blackburn a little bit of a rest. He's playing both ways. Scored the only touchdown of the game so far. Empty backfield now. Quick pass. Finds his man. Got some running room. He's going to the 30, the 25, 20. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown!
Boy, what a pass right there. What a reception.
61 yards to Urson. He takes it to the house, and we have a 12-3 ball game.
Boy, you see the quickness of that release right there? And, boy, it was right on the money. I'm sure he had a choice of throwing it to one of the 3, but the DB, the cornerback, was a little bit further off right there, allowed him to catch that ball and get it outside quickly.
So Audemont will have another opportunity. And I don't know if you noticed, you can see the net. They didn't have that last year. We would kick field goals and the ball would go into Burnside. Now they have a net up there, which I think is probably wise. Player coming on late. Plenty of time, 11 seconds, 10. No problem. He missed his first field goal attempt, and now he'll back it up.
Yeah.
Oh, offside. Excuse me. So now they're going to go for 2.
They're going to go for 2.
Try to make it a 14-3 game. 1:36 left to go in this first quarter. It's been a little bit of a sloppy quarter, but for the most part, we've seen some really good football. There's that pylon cam we've been so happy to have. Brand new to Rev. Beautiful, almost full moon on a clear night. This is a great way to start the 25 season. Oh, nice counter. Nobody there. Forget about it. Blackburn in for the score. Check that. McClarty in for the score, and it's 14-3. 1:36 left to go here in the first quarter. We'll be back right after this. The Spartans leading the Crusaders on the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. State Farm Insurance Agent Adam McCarty. Ross Downing Buick GMC Gonzales. Athletic Center. Our Lady of the Lake Health. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation.
The East Ascension Spartans have run the ball down the field. They've passed the ball down the field both for touchdowns. So they have really done a great job of mixing it up, keeping Brother Martin off balance a little bit.
And, you know, when you do something like that and you run the ball, you say, where can we throw the ball? Well, they came out and they threw the little hitches and stuff like that. Then when you start throwing it and they bringing people out, maybe we can get back to running the ball. See how far he kicks it down the field this time.
Just a little squibber right to the frontline troops for Brother Martin, and they had to fall on it. So they're not going to give him much of an opportunity for the speed demon to return it. So they'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line.
Yeah, Dominic Traynor, 33, caught that ball on a big hop. That's kind of how you're supposed to do it. And able to get to the ground, and they'll start here at the 50-yard line. I mean, that right there is the sole purpose to me. I think Coach says our defense can play good enough to win. Let's see if we can get a few turnovers in the kicking game here.
It's a great point. Real quick, another scoring update this time. Madison Prep leading Dutchtown 16-0. In the first half. 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. Let's see if they can get their offense going. It's going to be a handoff this time to the big running back, number 21, and he lays the lumber down.
Okay, you know, his read's going to be that safety right there, and it was to hand the ball off. And the running back just could not get turned up the field. Good defensive play there by the Spartans.
Ascani was the ball carrier that time. We've had 4 ball carriers, I believe, for Brother Martin so far. Hudson Field is now out, and they hand it off to the speed demon, Royal, and Royal is going to go the distance. So a little wildcat action as Field split out wide as a receiver, and they take it 51 yards to the house. We'll make it 49 yards.
Watch number 3's kind of your right back. And he gets outside, he makes that cut, and he is through there quickly.
And that is what makes him so dangerous and the reason that he has offers from just about anybody that plays football.
And you know what the coaches call a kid like this, huh?
What's that?
Well coached.
Exactly right. And we talked a lot with Coach Bonice about that, and we'll go to it as we move through here. But the recruiting process has definitely changed a lot over the years. Skips the snap, and they do get it off, but it is no good. So with 40 seconds left to go in the quarter, we're going to keep it here. 14-9 is our score. And the first quarter was a few seconds away from coming to an end, but we'll get through that in just a second. The Rev Game of the Week has expanded this year, and we're so excited to be able to announce that. Next week, we have Walker at Woodlawn, And in 2 weeks, Prairieville at Riverside. This is the Game of the Week expanded, streaming live on VSN. It's a subscription service, but it's definitely well worth it to see some great games. Walker at Woodlawn, and then the following week will be Prairieville at Riverside Academy. Flanagan will put his foot into this one.
Flanagan set the kick for the Crusaders. Back deep. Urson. Blackburn and
Javius is set back along with Blackburn and Urson. Urson is on the right. Blackburn is in the middle. And Javon Javius is on the left-hand side. This is going to be a good, solid kick taken by Blackburn. Blackburn will scoop it, cuts it to the outside. No, that's Merriweather, excuse me. Merriweather to the 30-yard line. They may have gotten into the 29. No, they'll put it right at the 30. And that is where the East Ascension Spartans will take over. Nice move, little nifty sidestep. Mention again, Madison Prep leading Dutchtown 16-0 in the first half. And Sanamaw leading Bird in the second quarter, 7-0.
It's going to be just interesting to see just how Sanamaw handles the long ride up to Shreveport, and just see how the kids react, kind of like a playoff type situation.
Handoff right up the middle to Blackburn, and Blackburn will be stacked up, but not before picking up 5 yards. It'll bring up second and 6 is what they'll call it. 22 seconds in the clock rolling. I think they're going to let this run down and probably be the end of the first quarter.
I like that play Coach Sapontier ran right there. Not afraid to run it down the middle, even though they've been stopped a little bit, and you pick up 5 on the play.
Thought they were going to let it go, and they are going to let it run down. 3, 2, and 1. That does it for the first quarter, and it's been an exciting first quarter. 14-9 is our score. East Ascension leading the number 13 ranked Crusaders of Brother Martin. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program: Precision Pools and Outdoors, Parish Engineering, Black Bayou Lending, OxyChem, the RV Shop, Innovative Orthotics and Prosthetics of Louisiana.
We are back. Coach, your assessment of that first quarter, I think it had a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you what, good football out there, between both teams. A few mistakes here and there, but in general for your the first couple of weeks of the season, nice job by the coaches and players.
Update on the Sanamaw score. They're leading 14-0. Is that correct? 14-0 over Bird?
14-0.
Yeah, all right. 9:01 left in the second. Sanamaw doing well to start the season off so far. There's the student section. The students are normally just to our right, but now they're in the end zone because we have that special guest group, I guess, in the Louisiana Tech Marching Band.
From Ruston Land.
They will be playing LSU, and they will be marching tomorrow or playing tomorrow at the LSU game, and they're practicing here tomorrow morning. And they'll be playing at halftime. A flag will fly again. So they're having some procedure penalties and having some trouble a little bit with that. That is the fourth procedure call against the Spartans.
I'm going to tell you, I think this is the way the game is changing greatly, is motion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you saw LSU, you see the professional ranks, just a lot of motion. Just going from one side to the other creates an issue for the defense, especially if you could two-play call it there in the huddle.
Just underway in the second quarter. So glad you've joined us for the REV Game of the Week. Hand off to McCarty, and McCarty will barrel his way for about 10 yards.
I tell you
No,
what.
check that, 5 yards. I'm sorry, 5 yards.
Jimmy, I'm totally impressed with East Ascension's running backs. When they go through the line, it is two hands on that football. Because, I mean, you got everybody reaching for it.
2nd and 5 from their own 35. And we have to see number 88 down at the bottom of the corner of your screen on the left-hand side. That is Bryson Martinez.
Might get that outside release.
6'7", 300 pounds. How about going up against a 145-pound cornerback? This pass is complete, loses his footing, but it's a first down. And a nice job to Urson. Urson is getting, he's caught all the balls so far.
Well, I think they told Coach for Martinez to just kind of warm up a little bit on this side.
There you go.
A little crossing route.
I mean, he's up against.
It might be. You never know. I mean, it's there one-on-one.
Caden Goodman, he's 5'9", 153 pounds, going up against 6'7", 300. That was a tough pass that time for Zayden Smith because he rolled to his left. Good pass on the run. Trips to the top of your screen. And a timeout's going to be called by East Ascension. Let's take a look at how things went last year in the 5-5A district. Denham Springs finished on top, 6-5, followed by Dutchtown. Well, Dutchtown won the district, excuse me. East Ascension and Live Oak were 3-7, Prairieville 2-8, Santa Ma 7-3, and Walker 7-5. But you mentioned it. Prairieville is going to make some noise coming up very soon, if not this year, next year.
You know, my understanding from what I've been told is whenever you have the 4 high schools on this side of the river, on the east side, that Prairieville will now, you know, it used to be Dutchtown, then Santa Ma, then East Ascension, then, of course, Prairieville came in. Now it's going to be this where it's going to be Dutchtown's going to be your biggest, and then Prairieville, then Santa Ma, then East Ascension. A lot of people moving into the land for a lot of great reasons, great education.
Smith fakes the handoff, rolls out, looking for somebody to throw to. He's going to just tuck it and run. He will be hit, but not before he picks up about 4. He was trying to get it to his receiver, Merriweather, and just couldn't quite get his throwing motion ready to go.
Yeah.
Goodman makes the stop. I think Goodman's probably a little sigh of relief that he's not lined up again against Bryson. Smith, a quiet leader, a quarterback. Coach Mathern said, you know, he leads by example. We want him to be a little more vocal than he is, but he is quite the young man. Handoff to McCarty. McCarty pushes the defense, barrels his way, dragging Crusaders with him, picks up 10 yards and a first down.
Great job by the offensive line right there. Boy, they had a wall for 5 or 6 yards, and little man just hooked up with them and picked up a nice first down.
I mean, it was a patrol of Crusaders that brought him down. McCarty will get the handoff again, and he will just push his way up for another 5 yards. They are not playing around. This offensive line has come to play, and they're imposing their will right now on this big defensive line.
I love this. You don't see it a lot of times in high school. A lot of movement by that offensive line.
That was a good flying tackle that time by number 44 for the Crusaders. That was Dominic Jabia.
On the stop.
Third down. Haven't had many of those so far this game.
Well, it's going to be a run to the left side. They got Martinez in the world over there.
Well, Martinez is going to lead the charge, and it's going to spring Smith, and Smith will get across the 20.
Had me completely fooled right there.
For
Great job.
For 300 pounds, that young man moves.
Well, you know, we've done some basketball games. I mean, you know, other than, till he gets a little football stuff out of him where he turns around and just runs over the guy.
Right.
Good job of leading them. Good job going in the opposite direction that I said.
This time we'll hand off. This time number 5 will carry. That's, Henderson, Javian Henderson.
Tackled by number 9, Trent King.
King makes the stop. Picked up 6, 2nd and 4. It'll be Henderson cutting out to the outside, and he will scamper in for a touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run for Henderson, and everybody's getting into the scoring action. Look at him. Watch him just cut. Boom. What great vision. Quick feet.
And not knocking being small, but he hides behind the big boys. And once he gets through the hole, he can cut either direction and take off.
Another flag, and they will have an opportunity. Another second offsides call against the Crusaders on the extra point. And so they will go for 2 once again. Man, I'd love to see him give it to number 88.
But, I just see some great things that the coaches are doing here to give their kids opportunities. And here it is, whatever they're doing to get that defense to jump off sides.
It's working. Henderson is set deep in the backfield, and Smith will go under center. They're going for 2. It's 20-9, 8:51 left to go here in the half. Flag, no flag. A timeout is going to be called by East Ascension. And that'll be, I believe, their second timeout of the first half. Non-district games tonight. Let's take a look at those. And we've got some interesting ones. We've already talked a little bit about Santa Ma. Madison Prep is leading Dutchtown. It's on REV, our REV 2. Brother Martin at East Ascension, of course, where we are right now. Prairieville is playing at Lafayette Renaissance Charter. I'm not familiar with that one.
Well, I'm very familiar with it. Been a new school in Lafayette. Everybody's going there.
Oh, wow.
So I saw them at the state track meet. And you got Lafayette Christian, that a lot of those kids are going there. Then, of course, you got Santa Ma playing one of your powers in Shreveport at Byrd High School.
Leading 14-0 in this second quarter. Denham Springs at Hammond, St. Paul's at Live Oak, and Walker is at Ponchatoula. Good games, a good slate of non-district games for 5-5A to start the season.
So would you kick it here or go for it?
I'd go for it, man. We've been manhandling these guys. Let's do it. Kick it outside, though. Oh, I think I run it outside.
Well, I they get that and just get up in that hole.
That's what they do, and it's McCarty. Turns around, backs his way into the end zone, and it is 22-9 with 8:51 left to go in the half. We're going to take a break. Don't go anywhere, folks. The fireworks are going off here at East Ascension. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. State Farm Insurance Agent Adam McCarty. Ross Downing Buick GMC Gonzales. Athletic Center. Our Lady of the Lake Health. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation.
Coach, you're seeing some good things by the East Ascension Spartans, aren't you?
I'm just telling you, the linemen are driving their feet and getting distance, separation on that offensive line and the line of scrimmage. And the running backs, they are small, and they are following right behind that momentum of the linemen, and they're holding on the ball with 2 hands, and they're making cuts once they get past the line of scrimmage.
This one, he will put his foot into it with Audemont, and it will be collected at the 25-yard line. They will pound him hard, but he will get a good return that time up to the 40-yard line. Number 21, that was Ascani.
Number 21, Ascani on the return, brought down by Blackburn.
Okie doke. So Brother Martin was a 3-and-out on their first drive. Then they got a field goal after the muff punt in 4 plays. They scored a touchdown in 2 plays on their last drive. So they've had 3 drives, a punt, a field goal, and a touchdown. 21-0, Sanamaw leading C.E. Bird.
And that's with 5 minutes left in the first half.
Handoff to Royal. Easton Royal is going to be swarmed. That's the key. Don't let him get his jets turned on. Biz pick up 5 yards, but it's not better. It's a lot better than 55 yards.
Well, that's 2 runs by Royal, and the thing I like about it, a lot of times you fast guys, all they want to do is go outside, and he turned both of those up.
And he'll get the handoff again. Sometimes you got to feed the horse. And he will get the first down, but not by a lot. Good swarming defense. That's another thing that Brock wanted to see, and Coach Skanes wanted to see, is a lot of blue jerseys to the football.
First and 10, Crusaders from the Spartan 48.
Real quick update. Bird just scored, so it's 21-6. Sanamaw leading Bird. Less than 5 minutes in the quarter, in the half. We have 7:55 in the clock ticking here in our first half. Flags are going to drop. Delay of game. That is a tough penalty. And that sometimes can happen to the Crusaders because they're trying to get so many guys on the field. Running them in, different personnel groups. Oh, you're the substitution.
Then you got a guy that's got to go in motion, whether he went in motion or maybe he lined up on the wrong side. That takes a little bit of time.
Yep.
So
First and 15 from their own 47.
That is the 5th penalty of the night for the Crusaders. Brings up first and 15. Ball resting at the 47-yard line of the Crusaders. '85 goes in motion. That was Carl. Nowhere to go. Blows them up in the backfield, and they'll lose 3 more. That was number 6 on the carry.
Number 6,
Mawson.
Tackled by number 4, Dawson Landry.
Landry brings him down. Dawson is a violent football player, and you saw it right there. He just breaks down and slings him down like a rag doll.
Second and 18.
Second and 18.
probably going to read that end right there, and it looked like maybe he should pull it. And whether the read was good or bad or whatever, the defensive end made a pretty special play there on the quarterback.
They're coming again, going to try to put some pressure on Fields. Fields is going to be sacked. Couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Great job.
Well,
that was Dawson again.
Had a little sprint out right there, but Roll ran a little out and up. He just could not get the ball off. As you could see, the East Ascension pursuit people were able to contain him and cause him to come on up with a second and long.
Javion Johnson is the guy that actually brought him down. Personal foul is the call against against East Ascension.
Hey, watch out now.
I know. I got away from you. Sorry. It looked like, I don't know if you saw Dawson, he kind of stumbled his way out of the pile, and I don't know exactly if that was it or not, but it was going to give him a big 15 yards and make it third down and short. I'd say short, it's still 3rd and 4. It's not that short. But it's better than 3rd and 18 is what they were going to have.
More people coming in for.
This is one of the keys, Coach, is get off the field on 3rd down. That was one of the things we talked about. We'll see if they can do it. Royal goes in motion. Dropping back. Fields has the pass, I thought, batted, but it was Cutter making the catch, and instantly he was brought down. Great pursuit and great closure.
Roy was doing his job of clearing it out. A little flat route underneath that. And as you see, he's wide open, boy. East Ascension does a great job right there, coming up and making the tackle short of the first down.
Hydration timeout, and while we have a minute, let's take a look at the games coming up next week. Next week we've got at Santa on Thursday night. That's a Rev game of the week.
And, you know, I always ask, why these Thursday night games? Shortage of officials.
Yep.
And everybody's got to take a Thursday night game.
Oh, do they? I didn't realize that. Live Oak will be at Dunham. That's also a Thursday game. That's going to be an interesting football game, of course, with Dunham having that special quarterback. Ponchatoula's at Dutchtown. Salmon is at EA. Parkview Baptist at Prairieville. That's the Rev game of the week. Denham Springs at Central, and Walker at Woodlawn on Rev Expanded, so you don't want to miss that.
Denham Springs at Central.
Did I miss that?
I would venture to say that's going to be one heck of a game.
Yeah, you're right.
So we have 4th and 2. 6 minutes left and a half.
Here we go, 4th and 2. This is a big play. They stopped them on 3rd, exactly what they wanted to do, but they're going to go for it on the Crusaders, being down 22-9 with 6 minutes to go in the half. Trying to draw them off sides. Hudson Fields checks at the line of scrimmage, changes the play. Cutter stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. The defense stiffens. What a play by Tony Miles and company. Also, Dawson Landry in there.
Tony Miles doing that outstanding job, just like his daddy used to do back in the old Santa Ma days. Outstanding job by that defensive end, Miles.
It'll be a first down from their own 40-yard line.
1st and 10, turnover on downs for the East Ascension Spartans, and I think the Crusaders are a little shell-shocked. I don't think they really expected
Well, I'm going to just tell you, I think everybody in the stadium might be a little bit shell-shocked, because I'm going to tell you one thing, it is enjoyable to watch what's going on.
100%.
Good football by East Ascension.
Rolling to his right is Smith. Smith looking down the field, puts some air under it, and it's just going to be a little bit too far out of bounds, looking for Merriweather. He was double covered. I'm not sure. It's probably the best thing that he threw it out of bounds that time.
I'm going to tell you, nice coverage there by the defensive back. Good job of throwing it down the field. I like the play call because, you never know when somebody might be cheating up, because they have thrown a lot of little hitches,
right?
Little short passes, a little out and up right there.
McCarty is in the backfield. Now sneaking over is Merriweather. Handoff to McCarty. McCarty is going to be stuffed by Jacques Earhart, 204-pound senior. Came off the edge and didn't let him get that time. Not going to let it happen again.
It looks at, however you want to give the credit to, it looks like Brother Martin said, we gotta pick it up here, folks. And maybe we got a little relaxation here by the Spartans.
3rd and 11, they lost a yard. Good shot of Fields, of Smith and McCarty in the backfield there. Twins to the near side and receiver to the top of your screen. That's where he's going to go with it to Urson, and Urson is going to be overthrown. That is the receiver that he has been trying to get the ball to and has gotten the ball to several times, but just that time overthrew him a little bit.
I like what they did. I believe Coach DePontier said, let's work this thing all the way down to 0. And with about 2 seconds left, they snapped the ball. Just taking a little extra time right there because things weren't kind of going their way during that drive.
Looks to me like Martinez is going to punt. I'm going to hold off on this. It's a very strange, different formation, you see. 4:59 left to go, and they will take a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout as well. We'll be back right after this. 5 minutes to go, 4:59 to go in the first half. 22-9, Spartans leading. Back after this on the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. State Farm Insurance Agent Adam McCarty. Ross Downing Buick GMC Gonzalez. Athletic Center. Our Lady of the Lake Health. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation.
East Ascension, I don't know.
All right, we're back. The first punt of the game, at least what we expect is the first punt of the game. It'll be 4th and 11. You've got trips to both sides of the ball. You have Martinez in a punt formation, kind of, and now Audemont will back up and take the punt. That was different.
I don't know if there was a rhyme or reason
Nope.
or just because the clock wasn't running.
And that is a good punt by Audemont. It'll drive him back all the way to the 21-yard line. It will be collected by number 14, DeMontier. And DeMontier is cut down after a 10-yard return.
Nice job right there by
Javon Javius.
JJ.
JJ, thank you.
That's what I call him.
I like that. So, the first punt is a good one for Audemont. Brings up 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line for Brother Martin. 4:46 left to go in the half.
If you're East Ascension on defense, you got to be worried about number 3. You know, here he is. He's lining up in the backfield.
1st and 10 Crusaders from their own 32.
So this time he is lined up on the left-hand side of Fields. Now going to the pistol, handoff to number 5, and that is Ascani. Check that, that's Burton. Burton will take it up the middle and pick up 11. Make it right at 10, he gets the first down. Oop, nope, just a little short, sorry, nope. They're moving the chains, and they're moving them quickly because they're not taking any chances, any time. This time they'll hand off again to Burton, and Burton will be met at the line of scrimmage, and he will be stopped after a loss of 2.
If you watch this replay, watch his defensive end, and the quarterback, the defensive end comes right down the line. He should have pulled it and took off with it and thrown it. I couldn't get the first part of that play.
Now they're going tempo just like East Ascension did early in the game. Calling for the football. This time they'll hand it off again, and they just can't stop him up the middle. Tremendous job for King Short. Comes right off. He gets through 2 defenders, through 2 linemen, and blows up the play in the backfield for another loss.
Well, he blew it up like he was a king.
He did.
Nice play right there.
Loss of 3, 3rd and 15 now. They did a great job on the last 3rd down the defense saw for East Ascension. Let's see if they can do it again. And they will do a little shifting. Now kind of fooled everybody, a little foogaboo there.
And East Ascension backed up.
The play is blown dead.
3 comes in motion. Royal comes in motion.
Delay of game. That's the 6th penalty of the night. 3rd and 20. But when you have a weapon like Easton Royal out there, you know there may be such a thing as a 3rd and 20 play in their repertoire.
And you know what? Only a junior.
Right.
Only a junior. And, look, Brother Martin, they're getting a few little things that they're going to have to iron out. That movement of the offensive line.
There's Royal coming to us, rolling out his fields, dumping it down, and the pass is incomplete. Great coverage that time by Blackburn. No, that's number 3, excuse me. That's Courtney Thomas. The numbers are a little different on East Ascension's jerseys.
Pass incomplete, defended by number 3, Courtney Thomas.
So Thomas does a great job on the outside.
And you know, the thing about it, that wasn't going to be the first down right there.
No, not even close.
You know, they hoping he catches it and continues upfield.
Let's see. I can't tell if that is Blackburn or Merriweather.
Well, we got Tech and East Ascension with a halftime show, Louisiana Tech.
It is going to be amazing.
I could say Tech. I used to coach in North Louisiana.
That's right. This is a good punt. It will drop at the 40 and take a EA bounce. It will be downed at the 42. It was Merriweather. Yeah, Merriweather said, get away from it. So with 2:50 left to go in the half, the East Ascension Spartans take over from their own 42.
No timeouts left. Got to understand the clock will stop. Getting out of bounds. Stop. The clock will stop. Getting first downs. Incomplete passes.
Santa Ma has scored again. It's now 28-6 with about a minute left to go in the half.
Coach Oliver says it might be the best team he's ever had at Santa Ma.
That's saying something. First and 10 for the Spartans. They had 2:50 to work with. Handoff. McCarty cut down at the knees, picks up 3.
McCarty carries to the 45, gain of 3, second down, 7.
At some point, we're going to talk about recruiting and the different things. We've been talking to a lot of coaches, talked to Coach Bonice about it. The fact that they don't even talk to the head coaches anymore, hardly. This pass is overthrown, goes out of bounds. It's trying to get it in the flats to Merriweather. Just a little screen pass.
And you're saying not much communication between the colleges and the families, or
no communication between the colleges and the coaches. Like, you know, when you were coaching, the coaches came to you. They wanted to know everything about the kid and everything. But they don't do that anymore, apparently. Basically, it is all done from social media and coaches talking directly to players and their players' families and players' representatives now, and it's a business. I mean, in high school, recruiting now is a business. It's not just about education and playing football anymore. Big hole, well, not a big hole, but a good hole and a great run by Blackburn, I believe. Check that, it was McCarty again, excuse me. What a run, and he is just dragging defenders with him. Huge gain and a first down. 2:05 to go here in the half. Handoff to McCarty. They're just going to feed the beast. He gets 5. Well, we'll make it 4 on the effort.
Well, you know, this is something the EA fans have kind of missed the last few years, is a little bit unorganized sometimes, not having, doing a very good job out there in all 3 phases. You got to play well in all 3 phases to win games. And, boy, they are looking outstanding.
Pull it back, and it's going to be a sack and a fumble. And they're picked up by number 90 it was Brandon Henry picking up the fumble, but it was Earhart coming off the edge from his outside linebacker spot, causing the fumble on Smith. By Smith.
Left tackle right there did not do a very good job, but he did a really good job on tackling that defensive end from behind.
Crusaders will take over first and 10 from the EA 44-yard line.
EA 44 is where the Crusaders will take over with 1:24 left to go in the half.
2 timeouts left.
Let's see, where are they going to put number 3? He's going to line up in the slot to the top of your screen. It's a reverse to Royal. He's got some running room. He's going to kick it outside. fights through. Now he gives a little bit of ground. Look at him go. He's giving a lot of ground. He's going to see if he can make it happen. Flag will fly, and I think it's going to be for naught, but what an interesting, crazy run, and he gets through. Another flag down. He gets into the end zone, but there are flags everywhere.
What an effort by Royal. What an effort. And look, he was going just as fast on his second 50-yard dash.
Right. He covered 44 yards, but I bet he ran 74. Here's the replay. Watch it here.
I mean, he's just being smooth as can be, letting those linemen get down there, swatted that guy out of the way.
Reversed field, gave ground, fought through another. Here we go on the other side. He runs back to the line of scrimmage almost.
And we got a penalty thrown there.
We're still sorting it all out.
And I can only imagine that the EA line defensive players were a little bit fatigued right there. Look at him. He just kind of jogs in. Another day at the office.
At least he was smart enough not to drop the football like you see some of them do before they get in the end zone. So I didn't tell you, but our referee tonight is Jody Levine. He's the white hat, talking to Coach Mathern, sorting everything out. I think it has to be, obviously, against the Crusaders. The touchdown is going to be called back. A nifty run, but it won't count for anything. Ineligible receiver downfield, blocking the back. Oh, penalty's offset.
How do you have a...
It wasn't. I miscalled that one. I thought
that was illegal receiver.
I did too, but he pointed to the defense. Either way, it will come back, and it will be just negated. Nobody will lose yardage or gain yardage, and it'll be first down once again. 1:02 left to go here in the first half. All right, so let's reset here.
First and 10 from the Spartans, 44.
62 seconds left in the half. Brother Martin with the football, first and 10 from their own 44. Dropping back his Fields. He's going deep. He overthrows his intended receiver. That was DeMonche. Incomplete.
Second and 10.
Can you believe 3 wasn't on the field in that play?
He might have been a little tired.
What an effort.
He ran 97 yards.
Goes back on the field.
So that's the second deep pass that Fields has overthrown.
You know, they're giving Royal a break here. They let him line up closest to the sideline that he came off of.
Little screen right in the middle. He'll be tackled at the line of scrimmage. It was caught by number 84, Jonathan Sigio.
I thought that was going to be a very good play. And nice job there defensively by the Spartans. You know, you had 3 or 4 guys getting after the quarterback. And the quarterback doing an outstanding job backpedaling, looking down the field and flipping that thing off.
Third down now for the Crusaders. 3rd and 10. Dropping back his Fields. He'll dump it off to Cutter. Cutter will try to stiff arm his way. He tiptoes down the sidelines. He's going to get upended by Landry. And he'll be shy of the first down. He picked up 4 down, making 5 yards, but he's got a little bit more to go. Nice job to stay in bounds right there. Good balance. Man, I would not want to be hit by Dawson Landry. He doesn't have the biggest frame, but he is he's physical. 7 seconds left to go here in the half. 4th down.
And they're definitely going to be going for it. Three's on the sideline.
They're going to call a timeout. Will the Crusaders?
Their second timeout of the half.
Well, you know, in situations like this, just the experience that I have, you know, when we played Catholic and stuff like that, Dale Weiner, big on some trick plays. They're going to be coming off the field, onto the field from their sideline. How many people are going to be lined up? You know, you got to come out to the numbers there, not the hash mark.
Coach, let's take a look at our top 10 real quick for the week number 1. Carr, just mentioned Catholic High.
Saw them in the dome. Unbelievable. Need to be in the SEC.
Neville, Ruston, Central's number 5, tied with Destrehan. Then Acadiana, St. Aug, Ash, Alexandria. And number 10 is John Curtis. And they ranked Brother Martin as number 13. So no slouches for sure on the field. And I have a feeling people are going to start looking at East Ascension here if they can hang on and continue the way they're doing.
East Ascension keeps playing like this, they're going to gain a great deal of respect.
Here we go, 4th and 6. 6 seconds to go. Heaves it up. And it will be almost intercepted. Almost intercepted on the pass and then almost intercepted on the deflection. And that will do it for the first half. And it was an exciting, great first half of action. There you see it. Watch it right here. Off the deflection. Oh, he almost had it. And they will head to the locker room at halftime. And we've got a very, very special halftime show coming up for you. We're going to take a quick break. It's 22-9, and we're at the half. Back right after this on the REV Game of the Week.
REV presents the Action Minute.
Here's the Clinical Director of Action Therapy and Wellness, Haley Leindecker.
Let's talk about preventing hamstring tears with football players. The single leg glute bridge will strengthen your hamstrings and glutes. Lie on your back with one foot on the ground and the other leg extended. Push through the grounded heel to lift your hips, keeping the leg extended in line with your body. Hold at the top, then lower slowly. The Romanian deadlifts build eccentric hamstring strength and reinforce proper hip hinge mechanics. Stand with dumbbells or a barbell, hinge at your hips with a soft bend in the knees, lower the weight down the front of your legs, and return to standing using your hamstrings and glutes. For walking lunges with hamstring emphasis, take long strides into a forward lunge, leaning slightly forward at the hips. Focus on pushing off the heel of the front leg to engage the hamstrings. Action Therapy and Wellness specializes in physical therapy, sports therapy, and hand therapy. Just remember, no referrals needed. Give us a call today.
Our special guests, the Louisiana Tech Band of Pride.
Welcome back, everybody. The Pride of East Ascension taking the field now on a very special halftime show. And the Spartanettes, they will be followed by the Louisiana Tech Marching Band. And that is going to be something to see. Let's take a look right here on the REV Game of the Week.
Now let's give it up for our Spartanettes and the Pride of EA as they perform to the Earth, Wind, and Fire hit, Boogie Wonderland. Let's hear it for the Spartans and the pride of VA. The pride of VA and the pride of VA band boosters would like to give a special thank you to the following sponsors for tonight's meal: Alice Orthodontics, American Pump and Machine Works, Amendola Dentistry, and Jason Ambo with Exit Momentum. Your generous contributions will ensure that the members of both the Pride of VA and the Band of Pride do not go hungry tonight. Thank you very much. Go Spartans and go Dogs.
Pleasantly shocked. The fact that they did that tempo thing for a little while, and I mean, it was literally the same play over and over every one, but they couldn't stop them. Yeah, but that must, you know, for you and me sitting up here, it looks
Now
like
we are getting set for a very, very special halftime event, and that is the Louisiana Tech marching band that we're going to play here. I have never seen anything like this. I've never seen a college band come play at a high school game before in all my years, and it is something very special. And the reason is the band director at East Ascension, Charlie Lee, good friends with the band director at Louisiana Tech, invited them to come and practice before tomorrow's game at LSU, and here they are, the band from Louisiana Tech.
ACDC appears in Guitar Hero 38 times, in addition to having their own rock band track pack. Here's ACDC, Back in Black. Many Pride would like to play for you one of our stand tunes made popular by Paula Abdul and featured in the movie Drumline. Here is Cold Hearted.
Keep up the good work, Miss Lacey.
I hope it's not ours.
That one on the right was awesome. I said normally they make me nervous, but she was really good.
She had 3 of them going at one point.
What a performance by both bands, the Pride of East Ascension and the marching band from Louisiana Tech. Just a tremendous show of solidarity and camaraderie, and we're so happy that they were nice enough to come and grace us with their presence and play some great tunes all the way around. Best halftime show we've seen in a long time, going with a best half of football we've seen in a long time from East Ascension.
And I'm going to tell you what, the baton girls.
You could do that. You could do that, Coach.
I just want to see, can they kick?
I don't know.
If they can kick, man, they could play somewhere. They did an outstanding job. And then throwing 3 of those batons up in the air, I know one of them would have hit me in the head.
Yeah, you'd have been knocked out, but that's okay. We have medical personnel here. Let's take a quick break, Coach. When we come back, we'll break down the first half and take a look at the second. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. State Farm Insurance Agent Adam McCarty. Ross Downing Buick GMC Gonzales. Athletic Center. Our Lady of the Lake Health. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation.
Welcome back to East Ascension. I'm Jimmy Frederick, along with me, David Swacker. And, Coach, before we take a look at what's coming up on REV, just briefly, we keep saying it. It was a really good half of football for East Ascension, and you can see where they grew from year one under Mathern to year two under Mathern. It's just starting. Don't get me wrong. There are going to be some hiccups, I'm sure, but they played a really good first half of football.
And I know Coach Mathern will be saying, well, I brought my mentor in here, and hopefully he's going to teach us all how to win that state championship, because that's exactly what he did last year at Cecilia High School. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he also lost it the year before, but was named the state champion because the team that beat him in the finals had an ineligible player or whatever. So I tell you what, I hate to tell anybody in the band, I think everybody was looking at the baton twirling girls. They were unbelievable, throwing batons up in the air 20 and 30 feet and catching those things like it was nothing.
3 of them at a time, too.
Well, I think the insurance policy is different if you go 3 times.
Let's take a look at what's coming up on Rev 1, Rev 2, and, of course, our new expanded version. Next week, you and I are going to be at the Thursday game for Cecilia at Santa Ma. You know, you just talked about Coach Skeens. Skeens coming over from Cecilia. They lost a lot of their coaches coming with Skeens over to East Ascension. We'll have to really get in depth on how they regrouped from that from last year into this year.
And I've been to Cecilia a couple of times. I'm not knocking it by no means, because they have had some outstanding teams over the years. But you just get off the interstate and you kind of drive through some, I guess, cane fields or whatever. And I went to a track meet. I've gone to a couple of track meets, a couple of football games. And they're basically, I think they're in the same district as Bro Bridge and stuff like this. And so that's got to be kind of interesting. I just exactly, where else do they get their kids? But it seems like it's kind of a community school.
Yep.
And they seem to do very well.
Also next week, Parkview Baptist at Prairieville. That'll be handled by Jeff Porsche and Jonathan Moore. And then Port Allen will be at Donaldsonville. In 2 weeks, we've got the Collegiate BR at Dutchtown. That'll be homecoming. And John F. Kennedy at Santa Ma. Of course, live streamed on Rev Sports 1 and live streamed on Rev Sports 2.
And, back with the Cecilia deal, Santa Ma was supposed to play them week 2 last year.
Yep.
But that game got canceled. And so they could not make it up. And I think Cecilia ended up playing somebody else, and Santa Ma, I guess, took a bye. And they were back at it this year on the Thursday night game.
Over the last 5 years, Coach, just taking a little trip down memory lane, East Ascension in 2024, last year they missed the playoffs. They missed the playoffs in 23. 22, they went to the regionals, same thing in 21 and 20. So this year they really have an opportunity to do something that hasn't happened in a few years, and I know that's one of the goals for Brock Mathern for sure. For Brother Martin, they've done pretty well over the last 5 years. Last year was a little down year for them. They lost in the first round of the playoffs to John Curtis. In 23, went to the quarterfinals. In 22, they went to the finals and lost to John Curtis. In 21, they made it to the semis, and same thing with 2020, the COVID year. So they've had some success at Brother Martin, and they do play in a tough district just like East Ascension does.
Well, Brother Martin, if you make it out of the district play, which I don't know if that's just a given, I mean, it is nothing but great teams. And just like this Turlings and St. Thomas More, they made it the first round. You know who they play in the second round? They're playing like not Shaw. They play nothing but hard teams. They don't make it past the second round out of Lafayette. So unbelievable how that works. And so it's going to be very interesting. I'm not sure if you have an advantage if you're on the select or non-select side, but I know the people at Ruston will tell you we didn't have any advantage playing Central. That's for certain. Because I saw that game, and they were unbelievably great.
Well, we're just about set for the third quarter. One thing was interesting, and I was talking with Coach Bonise about the 22 year when they went to the state finals, and the reason that they play so many guys, they went 5-5 that year in the regular season. And because they had played guys that may not usually have played, sophomores and even some freshmen and some juniors, and they played so many guys, they had some experience going into the playoffs, and he said that was the difference. I wasn't too worried about, making the playoffs or winning the district. I wanted to get out of play, make the playoffs, and have guys ready to play in the postseason. And that's the part of the reason in his philosophy is to play as many guys as can physically possibly play and contribute. And it's worked well for him over the years.
And look, if you look over there, you see a complete team, with maybe 3, sometimes 4 deep or whatever. But what you don't have a complete group of is many athletes. And that's a lot of teams. And if you're going to rely on just, your offensive linemen to play offense and that's it, your receivers just, doing what he's doing, I think is tremendously outstanding, great, because I'm going to just tell you, whenever you lose someone, you got to be able to figure out how are we going to maintain our skill level with the next guy up. And if that guy has to come from defense or from offense, he's doing the right thing right there.
I don't know if you noticed, but you don't see a lot of place kickers drop down and do 20 push-ups on the field. That's what our boy Audemont did right there as he was waiting for everybody to get on the field. Just dropped down and did push-ups, keep loose.
Well, I can just tell you, the marshals out at Pelican Point, none of us could do 25 push-ups.
I'm afraid play-by-play guys would have trouble too. All right, we're ready to start the third quarter. 22-9, East Ascension played a fairly complete first half of football. Let's see if they can continue it here in the second half, battling the number 13 ranked Crusaders of Brother Martin, and Audemont will put his foot into it gingerly. It will be taken at the 25-yard line. He will be tackled right there by Blackburn. We haven't seen a lot of Blackburn in the second quarter. We'll see if he comes back out and makes a play and plays defense or offense in the second half.
Well, that might be their best position they've had off of. Well, no, they had the little roll squib kick off the kickoff. But, I mean, this is pretty good territory right here for them to start off at.
The nose of the football resting at the 40-yard line, and they just want to keep it away from Easton Royal. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. They can't take a chance of letting Easton beat them on the special teams. He's already scored a long touchdown run of 49 yards, and that's their only touchdown of the ballgame. Hudson Fields will pull it back this time. He's going to roll out, looking for somebody to throw to, dumps it off into the flats, breaks the tackle, and he's run out of bounds. But he gets a first down, and that was a pretty nifty run that time for Easton Royal, just shoving off a tackler.
Well, we couldn't see this. but they had a receiver. Whether you could throw it that far, I'm not certain. But they had one going straight down that sideline on a little fake and go down the sideline.
Got a Charlie horse, it looks like, by Landry. And, man, I had one not long ago, and that hurts. And he is just right. It's just a cramp, but it is a bad cramp, and it hurts like the dickens. So they'll have to stretch him out.
This got Randy Gonzalez over here, a local trainer over the years, joined as their head trainer. Does an outstanding job.
Let's take a look at the East Ascension Spartan schedule coming up. Of course, they're starting off today with Brother Martin, and then they have Salmon, Sam Houston, then Denham Springs to start off the district, followed by Live Oak, and they don't go on a road game until October 10th when they play at Prairieville. And then they got make it 5 straight home games, and then 4 straight away games in the season, followed by ending it up at Walker, the last game of the season. Handoff, got a big hole. He's got some running room, picking up 18 yards. Good run that time by Burton, and a good hole opened up by the offensive line.
1st and 10 Crusaders from the Spartan 26.
1st and 10 from the 26. Finally brought down that time by number 15, Braden LeBlanc.
And a flag on the play.
Dragging defenders with him. And it will Burton squirts out of the pile, but the whistle was blown.
Well designed play. You see the people pulling there and getting up the field, and of course there's a flag. Evidently, most of the time at that little area it's going to be offensive holding.
If it is, it'll be the first one we've had in the ball game. A lot of small penalties and a couple of personal foul calls.
Well,
that's going to go against East Ascension.
I think that's a chop block.
Yep.
And somebody's high.
Right.
And then somebody's low. And usually you see that on offensive linemen, on defensive linemen.
So that penalty is a big one, and it will bring it all the way to the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from the 10, and another whistle is blown. 11:25 left to go here in the third. Just getting cranking here in the third quarter. The Crusaders on the march. Not sure what the discussion is about. They were set and ready to go.
I think the discussion is the referee comes from the East Ascension sideline. How can we have a chop block or blocking below the waist? And that throw, that penalty was thrown like right at the center area.
Well, they got it sorted out, and we're ready to play. Really quickly, Sandoval leading Bird 35-6. Just under 7 minutes left in the third up there. Good outing so far for Sandoval. Burton will go in motion, sets up behind the quarterback Fields. Quick pass, a slant across the middle, looking for Cutter. No, pass interference. Actually, that was Rex LeBlanc, the intended receiver. And they're going to say he got there a little early.
Well, you know, they're doing that read, and they've been doing a pretty good job of it. Handing the ball off. The quarterback hasn't kept it much, but he's thrown the ball.
So 2 big penalties here by East Ascension, and it's going to put
I'm not certain why are they.
Pass interference is the call. They put the ball at the 5-yard line. Half the distance to the goal. 1st and goal from the 5. Let's see if the defense can stiffen here for East Ascension. Hand off to Burton. Burton finds a hole. He's into the end zone untouched. We got ourselves a ball game. 5-yard run for Burton, Jeremiah Burton.
A lot of stuff into the sideline, too. You know, when you're running inside right there, off tackle, maybe a little bit wider right there, you can run into the sideline, and they did a good job executing.
They're going to kick this one. It will be Flanagan to put his foot into it. Kick is up, and he's missed it. Wide left. Kind of line drives it. So the score remains 22-15, 11-16 left to go in the third quarter. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. Precision Pools and Outdoors, Parish Engineering, Black Bayou Lending, OxyChem, The RV Shop, Innovative Orthotics and Prosthetics of Louisiana.
And we are back to action again. That was a 3-play drive. Lots of penalties, got them close. Updated score, looks like Dutchtown is making a move. Madison Prep still leads 22-17, but Dutchtown making a move there with 9:33 left to go in the third. It will be Mayweather set deep to receive. Merriweather, excuse me, not Mayweather. Along with Urson on his right. Also, Lafayette Renaissance Charter leads Prairieville 21-7 in that one. Flanagan will put his foot into this one. And we are just waiting on the whistle. There it is. Onside kick. Smoked it. And the Crusaders recovered it. And he had to go to the football and attack it, and he didn't. The receiver, watch right here. He sits back thinking someone else is going to catch it, and he was looking for, I think, McCarty to come up and make the catch.
I think they're talking right there, but, you know, you got to give the guy that was in the area, I think you have to give him a chance to catch the ball. Now, did he signal for a fair catch? I do not know. But he was towards the hash mark, and that gave that a lot of room, and the guy coming up just couldn't get to the ball.
The referees are talking it over. If it stands, it will be Crusader ball at the East Ascension 42.
So your coach down here on the sideline for East Ascension says he was hollering for a fair catch. Now, I don't know. I didn't see that.
No replay in high school. There's a flag down now, too. So Mathern will call his team over. See if we can see it on the replay again.
Kick touch interference called on the Crusaders. It'll be first down, EA.
Okay, we give it back to the Crusaders. So he did call for a fair catch, and they didn't allow him to make the grab. So East Ascension will now have it 1st and 10. Setamaw now up 42-6. They are just laying it on.
Well, Coach Oliver told me, he says, these guys like to eat. He said, steak supper. You get in here and get after it. Well, I'll stop at the first Golden Corral, and we'll eat us a steak.
Well, they deserve it if they can keep going, that's for sure. They're still talking this over. We are just barely into the third quarter, even though it's been 20 minutes almost. Notre Dame and Southside are tied, 21-7 Notre Dame over Southside at halftime. Just giving you a few scores as we pick them up. Man, they are still sorting this out. So things have slowed down quite a bit here with this play. Seemingly a straightforward play, but obviously not. And now we're going to get an explanation. Blocking the back is the call. And it goes against the Crusaders. And they're going to what? They're going to re-kick this.
Can't help you on that one.
Nope. I'm just going to see if we would just invest in a rules guy like they have for,
Oh, I'm a rules
game
guy.
day.
I just don't know any of the rules.
All right, so they'll back them up, and they'll have to re-kick it from the 30.
So I wonder if East Ascension is going to tell that second line, there he is, they hollering at him, get on over some more.
Well, let's see if Flanagan kicks it away or if they try something a little more sneaky. He will sideline it again. It will be taken and collected at the 44-yard line. And that is Martinez, and Martinez is not going down. He's losing yardage. He lost 8 yards, but he did not go down very easily. But he did make the catch. He should have gone straight down to the ground once he caught it.
What he did was he had fun.
That's right. That's right.
Bryson Martinez. It'll be first and 10 Spartans from their own 34.
So Martinez will take it, and he will lose a few on the return, and they'll take over from their own 32-yard line, making the 34-yard line.
I'm just glad he didn't have to break it for a long run. He might be done.
Well, this will be the first opportunity to see the offense for East Ascension here in the second half. We'll see if they can continue with their winning ways here, because they really did control the trenches in that first half. Another big hole. Offensive line doing their job. Blackburn carries.
Same song, third quarter.
Second down and 4.
It was McCarty carrying the football, and he is down, not getting up.
Injury timeout. McCarty.
Let's take a quick timeout as well. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. State Farm Insurance Agent Adam McCarty. Ross Downing Buick GMC Gonzalez. Athletic Center. Our Lady of the Lake Health. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation.
I think he probably got a little Charlie horse himself, a little cramp.
Well, I tell you what, they've had a heck of a night. I mean, getting not breakaway yardage, but getting hard-fought yardage. Outstanding job by the running backs with the offensive line and the blocking backs.
Second down and 4. Handoff right up the middle. Hit hard by number 8 that time. That's Brady McCluskey. And that's number 5, Henderson, running the football. So we haven't seen Blackburn. He did so well on that first drive. Played some defense, made some tackles. I don't know why we haven't seen him since, but I'm scanning the sidelines, and I don't see him.
Big play right here, Coach.
Third and
Big
1.
Play.
Third and 1. Big play is right. Smith will keep it himself. He sees a hole. He's got the first down and more. McCluskey will meet him, but not before he gets forward progress to the 46-yard line and a first down.
First and 10 Spartans from their own 46.
We knew Brady McCluskey was going to eventually make his presence known, and he is doing that here on this drive.
And this is how they started off the game right here. This kind of formation, and having the big man right there lead him up in the hole.
Smith calls for the football. Bouncing it outside is Henderson. Henderson is finally run out of bounds by Candizaro, but there's a flag down near the line of scrimmage, and I would expect that to be a hold, but yep, it looked to me like Martinez just swallowed a guy.
Well, he got up, with his palms up looking at the official.
If he had been able to put the guy on his back instead of riding his back, he probably would have had a shot. But we'll back him up 10 yards on the holding call.
So who's Brother Martin playing next week?
Brother Martin plays St. Paul's out of Covington next week at St. Paul. And then they travel to New Hope High in Mississippi, followed by Jesuit, Rummel, and Carr. They have 6 away games in a row. That is hard to deal with. 1st and 20 now. Handoff right up the gut, met just beyond the line of scrimmage, a wall of white jerseys. He will pick up 2 yards, but not much more, and that was number 5 on the carry. Henderson again.
A couple of times you see Brother Martin is kind of winning that battle or taking on that battle pretty hard at the line of scrimmage with the 2 offensive defensive linemen.
Jabbia was the one that made the initial contact for the Crusaders. Quick screen out to Merriweather. Merriweather tries to sidestep one of the defenders but gets tripped up. He's almost back to the original line of scrimmage. It brings up 3rd and 11.
Yeah.
Sidestepped and then just tripped. That was Niles Barton on the coverage. Urson's going into the ball game. We'll get 2 new offensive linemen as well. And now we see Martinez split out wide as a tight end receiver.
What you think? You think it's a pass to him?
Man, I got to see it. I want to see it in real life now, an empty backfield. It is to him. He goes up and catches it, and he is hit by 3 guys, and they bring him down. Great job that time by the 153-pound cornerback in Goodman, and it brings up 4th down. They're going to have to punt this one. If you don't let him get ahead of steam, he's, hold him up long enough for somebody else to come help you.
Then on the plus side, your opponents get this film. Well, it's pretty obvious he could catch.
Yep.
And, you could see that he runs, and he's got good hands.
Punt is away, and it's a boomer. It will be Royal with the catch. He collects it, and he's off to the races. At the 50, there's a flag down. Run out of bounds at the 31-yard line by Audemont, I believe. No, check that. It wasn't Audemont. It was number 11, Neighbor. But there is a flag down.
Royal's just smooth, isn't he?
Yep. No extraneous movement. You don't see him shaking his head, or he's just smooth as silk running the football. I haven't seen him on the track, but I imagine he's just as smooth on the track, if not even smoother.
Well, I think he was coming off with that first place. I don't know if it was in the 100 meters, but I think they were right there in the sprint relay, the 4x100, him and his teammates, and you don't win that by yourself, but boy, it helps when you have somebody with his ability.
They waved off the flag, so they will have the ball where he was tackled out of bounds, which is at the 27-yard line.
So
30-yard line, excuse me.
Something I'm thinking of is this. This is 7 points away, right?
Yep.
What has been maybe the worst part of Brother Martin's game? it hadn't been offense. It hadn't been so much defense. Their extra point deal has not been that great.
You're right. Now the Spartans are being tested. They came out like a rocket in the first half. They've got to settle down and make a stop here. Brings up first down and 10 from the EA 30-yard line. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Burton went in motion. He's going to pull it back. Screen pass is low. I think it skipped off the ground. And the beauty of the turf is that you can see the black pellets pop up. Here's the replay. Watch it. You'll be able to see the spray. Oh, see it? Perfect.
Good eye.
Update. Late in the third quarter, Madison Prep leading 28-20 over Dutchtown. Second and 10. Royal sets up in the backfield. Looked like an option. It is going to be an option, but it was a late option toss. And Royal's going to try to make something happen as he reverses field. Still, oh, man, what a great job it was for number 8 that time to make the play. Flag down.
Angel Smith. Boy, I'm going to tell you what, I think he got the last shoestring.
You're not kidding.
On Royal's shoe. Outstanding effort.
Very much a late pitch as the penalty goes against Brother Martin. It looked like they were just basically running out of room, and he didn't have a choice. He was either going to run out of bounds, but he decided to reverse his field, and still picks up some yardage. Of course, it's negated on the penalty.
I'm telling you, it's a treat as a coach to be able to coach a kid like this with this ability. And I would venture to say he's got an outstanding attitude. But you have to cover that entire field, because if he starts reversing, you know, not many people are going to be able to catch up with that.
You mentioned him being a good kid, and Coach Bonice was very complimentary of him, but he also mentioned that his mom has had a strict leash on Easton Royal for his entire life, and really kept him grounded, which is so important when you're getting that much attention. And a young guy, you really have to keep them grounded so they don't just get that big head and then stop listening and take things for granted. Brings up second and 25. This pass almost intercepted. It goes off the outstretched hands of Ben DeMonche, and it'll bring up third down.
See what he's looking at right here. You see him looking back this direction?
Yep. So he's been a little high on all his long passes.
Well, when you fake it, and, a lot of times, you're gripping nothing but a football.
Third and 25 now for the Crusaders. Have to figure out where Easton Royal is, and they're going to play him man-to-man tight. In the screen, off his hands and out of bounds.
Yeah, Royal knew
flag
that.
Down over here, late hit, late play, something. A little jaw jacking back here, and the flag is going to fly.
1, 2, 3.
Did they have too many men on the field?
Well, I got 11. 3, 4, 5.
I thought there was some pushing and shoving out here around the 25-yard line. And this will be a big play if it is against East Ascension, because that'll give them the yardage back and give them another down. Our officiating crew from the Baton Rouge Association. Here's the call from penalty goes against East Ascension. Illegal participation or illegal substitution is the call. I didn't think that was a 15-yard penalty, but that's the yardage they've marked off. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Coaches are not happy on the sideline.
Well, I don't know what the call is, but it's pretty obvious the whole coaching staff is not happy because it happened right in front of them.
They're actually having to hold the coach back a little bit. I'm not sure if he's mad at the official or mad at the team. But we have a timeout on the field with 6:58. This has been a very slow third quarter. Let's take a look quickly, if we could, at Brother Martin's schedule since we have a few seconds. See Coach Mathern talking with the officials. And there you see it. Of course, they're playing here tonight. Then they have St. Paul's. Here we go, a stretch of 6 straight away games. St. Paul's, followed by New Hope High, Mississippi, then at Jesuit, at Rummel, at Carr. Then they have a home game finally against John Curtis, and then Warren Easton and Holy Cross. They only have two home games.
So who would you say in the New Orleans area is their biggest rival?
I would think Holy Cross or Jesuit. That's what I would think. Who do you think? I mean, they've been beaten by Curtis the last couple of years, so.
I'm going to tell you what. I mean, look at your sideline. It's pretty obvious a very popular place to go.
Yeah.
I'm sure every one of them have outstanding educations.
Okay, so it brings up 3rd down and 10 after the penalty was sorted out. 6:58 to go in the third quarter. They're going to hand it off to Royal. Royal finds a hole. He's going to turn on the jet, still on his feet. He's going to be close to a first down, and I think he got it. He got just enough, 11 yards, and they will move the sticks. So an unfortunate penalty by East Ascension. They were off the field on 3rd down, and they gave it back to them. So 1st and 10 from the 19.
Still a lot of time left in this game.
Quarter and a half. They may be waiting to see. No, they're not going to make it to the hydration timeout. That'll be coming at 6 minutes. Screen pass to Royal. Royal stiff arms, and he doesn't get away that time. Nice job, and a flag down, and they're going to call a face mask.
Quarterback number 18, Justin Morgan.
That was Carson Landry on the hit.
Tackled by number 32, Carson Landry.
Did they pick up the flag? No. If it's a face mask, it's going to be a huge penalty. If not, they lost 4 yards.
Well, it's going to be half the distance, maybe, or at the 21.
Face mask it is on Landry. So you're right, it'll be half the distance.
Ball is spotted at the 12-yard line.
Clock will run with 6:10. They may wait to get to the hydration timeout, which I think they will do at 6:05 left. And they call the hydration timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this. You are watching the REV Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. Precision Pools and Outdoors, Parish Engineering, Black Bayou Lending, OxyChem, the RV Shop, Innovative Orthotics and Prosthetics of Louisiana.
In our game here, 22-15, Spartans leading by a touchdown, 5:59 left to go here in the third quarter. But, of course, the Crusaders are knocking on the door. At the end of the third, Sandoval leads Birds 49-6. They just continue to score touchdowns in the northern climes of Louisiana. Long trip up to Shreveport.
But you know where you at? Right on that thing called I-49.
That's right.
And you're playing in Captain Shreve Stadium, which is in the south part of Shreveport. Just get right on that bus.
Take a nap.
And take off. And you're in pretty good shape.
All right. The defense for EA has to stiffen here and try to keep him out of the end zone. I guess that goes without saying, but.
And you know, we've kind of missed over this, but Royal has been the guy we've talked about that they have 2 or 3 other receivers that are being recruited.
Yep.
And so right here you might say slant.
So hard to defend the quick slant. Royal. And it's going to be a flip out into the flat to number 6. He's going to be run out of bounds. That is Jack Melanson. And another flag. This is where things can go south if it's against East Ascension again. Let's see what happens. Out of bounds. Everything seems to be fine. It's against the Crusaders. So it negates a nifty little screen pass. I've lost track of how many penalties we've had so far.
Downfield on the Crusaders.
So that'll back them up to the 17-yard line.
Coach's staff takes a deep breath.
No kidding. Second and 7. Make it 8.
Second and 8.
Burton sets up. Fields out of the pistol. Hands off to Burton. Burton will scoot to the 15-yard line, picks up 2.
Burton on the carry to the 16-yard
Good defense that time by Anderson and Short. Tony Miles in on the stop.
Third and 7.
Madison Prep leads by 14 over Dutchtown at the end of the third, 34-20. Big third down right here. 3rd and 7. Coaches and everybody are trying to pump up the crowd, and it's going to be a wildcat as number 6 keeps it himself, Melanson, and he gets the first down.
Crusader first down to the 6-yard line. First and goal.
Parkview's making a run. They are trailing by a touchdown to Lafayette Renaissance Charter, 21-14 in the third. Trying to get back into that one. Hand off to Burton. Burton is met by a wall of blue. The initial contact
Brought down for no gain by Tony Miles.
made by King Short and Tony Miles. Brings up 2nd and goal from the 7. Make it the 6. 4:09 and the clock rolls here in the third. Finally, we're getting some clock roll off here.
Jimmy, it seems like this ball has been in this little area for a year.
I know it. I know it.
Wide to the right.
Hand off to Burton. Burton tries to follow his blockers, and he is stuffed at the 5.
Burton stops after a short game.
Picks up a yard. That's about it, and it brings up 3rd down. This is the biggest 3rd down of the evening. Crowd gets on their feet, trying to get everybody pumped up. If they can hold them to a field goal, that would be enormous.
Looks like you got double wing here. 2 tight ends, 2 wing backs. Nothing but a
player down on the sideline. Charlie Horses, he was coming off the field, I guess. So we're trying to get somebody on, and he's cramped up. So with 3:16 left to go, we'll have to hold on another bit to see if we can get the Crusaders off the field. I say we, I mean East Ascension.
And because of the situation, Jimmy, that they haven't been very successful with those extra points, they're liable to tell them, we just need to go for it on third and fourth down here.
I mean, there's so much time left. Why not? Again, want to thank the Louisiana Tech marching band and their twirlers and their flag folks and everything for giving us such a great halftime show. Of course, it was led off by the pride of EA, the East Ascension marching band, which did a great job as well, but just such a treat to have a college marching band at a high school game. And I know you were impressed by those twirlers, man.
I'm going to just tell you, I think Alabama's the one that's got a bunch of twirlers.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, you're right. It's a dying art. It's a dying art.
And I'm going to tell you what, I hope they had a number of young people out there saying, Mama, I'd like to do that. I don't know where you would go after that, but
I mean, it's got to be a usable skill somewhere. If you can juggle chainsaws, that'd be cool. Just saying.
Maybe you can get in a plant and juggle crowbars or something.
I don't know, but man, that's been a.
I know one thing. There wasn't a baton on the ground hardly.
Nope. Not unless it was supposed to be. All right, looks like they finally got everything squared away, and we're going to have a third down play finally.
That Santa Maria scores a final.
Well, we're a long way from final here.
Bird scoring on a kickoff return.
Hand off to Royal. Royal's trying to get to the edge. Did he get there? He does. Bang his way in. Touchdown. You got to wrap him up. And, boy, we're having more and more guys cramping. 5-yard touchdown run for Royal. Royal scored on a 49-yard run earlier in the game in the first quarter.
I haven't remember having a hydration timeout.
We did at 5:59. But man, lots of guys going down with cramps. So it is 22-21. It's given an opportunity for the Crusaders to think about what they want to do, and I think you got to go for it.
Or either that or maybe they're going to try to get them to jump off sides.
I don't know.
It's 31 the kicker?
Yes. So it's Tony Miles that is coming off with a cramp in his
Tony's
left
had a
leg.
very good night tonight. He's done a good job.
He certainly has. All right, let's see.
Flanagan, Caden Flanagan. He's going to be your kicker. You know, maybe they worked hard enough to where trying to get them to jump, get a little closer where they can go for it.
They call for the football. It is a flag down.
Well, that was the tight end on the right side that jumped.
So that'll back him up 5. He had plenty of distance, and he made that one if it had counted. But we'll have to do it again.
And he did make that, right?
Yes, he did. Again, this has been an enormous, just a very, very long quarter. Don't mean to harp on it, but it's just lots of things had to be sorted out. Interesting plays all the way around.
Well, that first and second quarter was a lot of fun to watch.
Yep.
Both teams.
Calls for it. Here we go. It's up. It's got the distance, and it is good. So we have a tie ball game. 3:04 left to go here in the third quarter. It is 22-22. We will be back right after this on the REV Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. Precision Pools and Outdoors, Parish Engineering, Black Bayou Lending, OxyChem, The RV Shop, Innovative Orthotics and Prosthetics of Louisiana.
5-yard touchdown run caps off a 6-play drive for Brother Martin, and they tie it with the extra point. Final score for Sandoval, they come away with a big week 1 victory, 49-6 over Byrd, and it is now 40-20 for Madison Prep over Dutchtown.
And we're doing that game next week. It's going to be interesting to see just exactly where Cecilia is now. You know, 4A school, after, you know, basically out in the country, off the interstate, and see just exactly how they respond.
This one will be booted away by Flanagan. It'll be taken by Urson. Urson will run to the middle of the field, and he is just decapitated. Decleated is a better word at the 20-yard line. Make it the 21. Lost his helmet, too. Here's a replay. Watch this tackle.
Well, the tackle, all we needed was a block on the outside here, I believe.
Boom! Flew in and made the tackle. My goodness, Dominic Traynor, sophomore, making his presence felt on special teams. Coaches love to see young guys doing that, making something happen on special teams when they're given the opportunity. All right, their offense has sputtered since the first half. They've only had one offensive possession in this third quarter. This is their second with 3 minutes to go in the third. And it was a punt.
Well, they got a 5-man front and 3 linebackers.
Hand it off up the middle. It's going to be McCarty. He's going to be hit hard by number 8, who was shot out of a cannon. That was McCluskey. 5-yard gain. Great job to pick up 5 there. But, man, McCluskey came in like a shot. Flag down. Procedure, again, it has happened more than once. In fact, it's happened 5 times to them tonight.
Illegal procedure called on the Spartans.
So they'll back up 5. So it totally negates the 5 yards that McCarty had on the first down run. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And that little pass play right there has been, you know, a good little play for him. You know, making the catch, and you basically one-on-one with the defensive back out there.
Second and 10. Handoff. McCarty picks up 2, 3.
McCarty carries for a gain of 3.
1:54 left to go in the quarter, the third quarter, and it's 3rd down and 7. Quick to the sidelines, gets the signals. Plays being called by Coach Dane Charpentier. Sorry. Quick pass. Here it is to Martinez. He's got some room. He's rumbling for a first down and more. It's a 13-yard gain and a first down. That's what they needed.
So that's happened one time, you know, that you know, I think he gained about a yard. But you know what that tells me right there? The coaching staff has a great deal of confidence in what we can do with our best player on our team.
Yep.
I mean, just think about this. Catching that ball, and you got to secure it and then turn up and get a first down.
He'll be playing at LSU next year. Handoff up the middle. A good hole opened up by the interior of the line, and Berto and Johnson.
I'm finding more free safeties are making tackles.
Yep.
It seems like they get through this little group.
McCarty picks up 5. McCarty has been the workhorse since Blackburn has not been playing since the first quarter. Maybe a little bit in the second. Again, I don't see him on the sidelines, though. We hope he's okay and hope it's not anything serious. Again to McCarty. McCarty won't get much that time. Picks up a yard, brings up 3rd and 4.
McCarty carries for a gain of 2. Third down and 3.
3rd and 3 now. From their own 46-yard line.
It's going to be good on good right here, Coach. Good on good. Good lineman against good lineman.
They're going to let the clock run down and go to the 4th. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We go to the 4th quarter, everybody. We're knotted at 22. The Spartans are driving. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. Precision Pools and Outdoors, Parish Engineering, Black Bayou Lending, OxyChem, the RV Shop, Innovative Orthotics and Prosthetics of Louisiana.
And we are back for the 4th quarter, and I don't know, you didn't get to see it, obviously we were off the air, but the entire team got together, did a little jumping up and down, getting excited for the 4th quarter, because they know this is an important 12 minutes. Starting out with a victory in year 2 of the Mathern era would be a huge accomplishment against this Crusader team for the Spartans. But they got a little work to do. Maybe not a little, maybe a lot of work to do. Because they have been not as successful stopping the Crusaders as they were in the first half. Ball resting at the 44. Should be 3rd and 3. They change, are in the wrong position. Because right now it's 3rd and 12 according to the change, but it's not right. Am I crazy?
I think the referees are looking at it.
Definitely 3rd and 3. Change, there we go. Now we got to get him situated. Still got to go more than that, my friend. He only moved 2 yards. He's got to move about 7.
We'll begin the 4th quarter. Spartans 3rd down and 3 from their own 44-yard line.
There we go. Now we're situated. Big 3rd down play here for the East Ascension Spartans. They've been able to run the ball up front, and that's what they're going to do again. He's going to get a yard, but he's going to be about a half a yard shy or a yard shy. Picks up 2 yards.
To the 46. That'll bring up 4th down.
4th and 1. A long one.
Well, we got to hurry up right here.
I'm surprised they haven't done more of that since the first drive. They were really going on tempo. This is out of the shotgun. It's going to be Urson taking it himself in a wildcat, and he gets the first down.
Smith on the keeper around the left side.
I checked that. That was Smith.
First down.
Thought it was 18, but it was number 10. Smith picks up the first down.
Well, they got a little hurry up right there. You can see it on the replay.
From their own 48.
Good tackling, but it's hard to keep anybody out for a yard, and he gets the first down, and that's huge on 4th and 1. They'll check with me.
It's a good job. I like that. Slow everything down a little bit. Check everything out. Get in the best play.
Going to run behind Martinez, and he clears out a big hole for McCarty. He was brought down by McCluskey. Also Canizero there. 10-yard run that time, 11-yard run for McCarty. $10:37 left to go in the ball game. Again, McCarty. McCarty will be met at the line of scrimmage. He will pick up 2. Brought down by Hayden Patterson, the senior defensive lineman.
McCarty on the carry, short game. 2nd and 9.
We'll be running that clock all the way down. I like the idea.
It's rolling at 9:56. 2nd and 9. Same formation. They'll run behind Martinez. McCarty just allow his offensive line to push the defensive back. Defense back, he picks up 4.
3rd and 6.
Another big 3rd down, 3rd and 6. Sticking with that formation. McCarty in the backfield behind Smith. Another good hole. It's going to be shy of the 1st down by 1.5 yards or maybe 2.
McCarty carries to the 34.
Brings up 4th down again.
3 yards to go.
4th and 3 is what they say. Didn't give it as much as I thought they were. 8:54 as the clock rolls. Still knotted at 22 apiece. This is a huge play for the psyche of this offense.
Try to get him jumped. That was a smart move. Good job there by Brother Martin holding.
Yep.
Spartans will take their 2nd time out.
Spartans will take their 2nd time out of the 2nd half. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back right after this. 8:28 left to go in the ball game. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. State Farm Insurance Agent Adam McCarty. Ross Downing Buick GMC Gonzales. Athletic Center. Our Lady of the Lake Health. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation.
This could be the ball game right here. A big 4th and 3 coming up. 8:28 left to go in the ball game, and we're tied at 22 apiece. The question is, what is Coach Chaponche going to pull out of his hat and call here on 4th and 3? They've been very successful running behind Bryson Martinez, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do like they did in the 1st half and they run it to the outside this time. But got to put your headset on, Coach. Coach is signing over here. There you go.
Rookie mistake. I am thinking pass to number 1 or 3. Who's
Urson is right to the bottom of your screen, and he's the only guy that's caught a pass for East Ascension tonight. Pulls it back. It's going to be Smith taking it himself, and he goes nowhere. He is hit in the backfield by McCluskey, and guess what? They turn the ball over on downs. A huge play by this Crusader defense.
Boy, I'm going to tell you what, and I really love the call, too. Just could not get outside. And I'm not sure what linebacker or who it was that had a heck of a play, containing that outside run.
Brady McCluskey, a 5'9", 177-pound junior, made the play. And Coach Bonise was very high on that young man. He said he's a He's a true linebacker and really, really makes good plays, and he did right there. Saw the run, kept with it, and made the play in the backfield. 1st and 10 now for the Crusaders with 8:22 left to go in the ball game. Ball on their own 36.
1 timeout for the Trojans, 3 for Crusaders.
Reverse to number 1 this time. That's Lipscomb, and Lipscomb is tripped up. Big play that time by Javon Javius. And here's the replay.
You get that run and start, and I'm going to tell you what, when you're a DB, that's a hard play to make.
They got him by the shoestrings, and, man, he got him barely by the shoestrings. Watch again. He's going to get him right there. Just caught his foot and just enough force to trip him up. 1st and 10 inside East Ascension territory. They'll hand it off to number 21. That's Ascani. Miles, who's had that cramp back into the ball game, makes the tackle. Brings up 2nd and 9. Fields calls for the football, and he will hand it off. Big hole up the middle. Ascani will get a 1st down, picking up just enough, 10 yards. Big hole in the pulling guard. Good job for 66 to pull and open things up there. William Wiss. Another Ascani run. He will pick up 3.
Well, linebackers did a good job right there. Nowhere to be seen on the play before that. Good job seeing him stepping up in that hole.
Second and 8.
2nd and 8 now. 6:24. We're coming up on the hydration break. Flag will fly. Illegal procedure this time against the Crusaders. So that'll back them up. Clock stops at 6:14, so they'll get this play off, and then we'll have our hydration timeout.
13 yards for the 1st down.
On the run, wide open to number 1, Rowan Lipscomb, and Lipscomb will be chased down from behind. A big 1st down, and he's at the 3-yard line. But wait. Illegal receiver downfield that time. I believe, unless he crossed the line of scrimmage, which I think he crossed the line of scrimmage when he threw the football.
No.
Is that right? No? Okay.
No.
But he looked like he was going to run, so somebody released. And that'll back up a huge and negate a huge pitch and catch.
Well, that's the big thing with the RPOs all the way up to the NFL level of trying to figure out how an offensive lineman's going to go downfield and not be called or be called.
Right. We got a chance to talk a little bit about some other things going on around Ascension Parish.
Football not only started here in Ascension Parish and the state of Louisiana, but we also had the start of middle school football. And Dutchtown beat Laurie 34-0. And I might say this, none of the teams are playing at their home school or their home stadium. You know, all the games are going to be played at the high school fields because sometimes lighting is not very good as you get a little bit dark and stuff like that. So Dutchtown up 34-0 over Laurie. Gonzales ahead of beat Lake 22-20. Prairieville, I say Prairieville and Santa Monica tied at 32. Not sure on that one. Central beat Galvez 18-14. Yeah, I'll check with my middle school director and see if I could get the correct score on that game.
Still great to see a football across the board. You know, more and more middle school kids are not playing football as much, so it's good to see when those guys do that. Prairieville over
Santa Monica. Prairieville 34, Santa Monica 32.
In what? They didn't play Santa Monica.
Middle school.
Oh, middle school, sorry. Here we go. He's going to the house. Unreal. No flags down. And guess who? Easton Royal.
Wow.
Watch it here. Quick little screen pass. All the way.
Semi-good blocking, but basically athlete wins the war and the race.
So Royal has scored 3 touchdowns in this ball game. 28-22 is our score. The kick is up, and it is good. So they take a 29-22 lead, 5:44 left to go here in the ball game. We will be back right after this. You are watching the REV Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans Sports Medicine Program. State Farm Insurance Agent Adam McCarty. Ross Downing Buick GMC Gonzales. Athletic Center. Our Lady of the Lake Health. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation.
All right, East Ascension just got punched in the face, and now they got to see what they're made of.
Well, I'm just kind of wondering, you know, who stood up in that huddle and not just did the rah-rah thing. Give me the ball. Let me see what I can do. You got Martinez out there. He's been, you know, like a lot of these kids, been out there most of the night on the offensive side. Let's see what kind of kickoff.
He'll boot it away.
Crusaders can get all the way down to the 15.
Taken by Urson. Urson's got some room and some blockers. Oh, he got slowed up by his lineman, but by his blockers, and allowed a defender to come in and make the play. But man, that was a good return.
And I'm going to tell you, that right there, you don't have to say anything. It's what you do. And I'm going to tell you, that kind of rallied the fans here. And they're all thinking we got a chance. And remember now what they've done when they scored. They had that quick little snap, and twice Brother Martin has jumped.
Yep.
And so that might be the winning score. You never know, getting down to the end of this game.
1st and 10 inside Brother Martin territory at the 45. Handoff to number 5, Henderson, and he is driven back.
Number 5, Javian Henderson carries for a yard.
Quick scoring update. Madison Prep 48, Dutchtown 27, 5 minutes left in the ball game.
Madison Prep.
Second down and 9. There's a big run by Henderson. Javian Henderson gets close to a first down. He will be short by about a yard. Actually, 2 yards. McCluskey again making the play, riding him to the turf. 4:30 and the clock ticks. Dominic Jabia checking back into the ball game for the Crusaders on defense. Same thing, right up the gut. I think he's got enough for a first down. It's going to be close. 3 straight runs by Henderson. And they do move the chains and the clock rolls.
First down.
Looks a little bit more like they were in the first quarter, first half, with their offensive line getting a good push against this defensive front. 1st and 10. A little quick pitch on the end around. It'll be Merriweather. Merriweather turns the corner, picks up 6.
Around the left side. Gain of 5. 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Clock ticking at 3:41. Well, it's not ticking because they ran out of bounds, but it will be ticking shortly.
Boy, I mean, look at the defensive. I mean, they are all within 5 yards of the football.
Loading the box, seeing if they can stop this run. They'll pull it back. It will be Smith. He'll be wrapped up by number 4 that time. That's Alex Diaz.
2. 3rd down and 3.
Brings up 3rd down. Smith will take it himself, and he's not going to get far. He's not going to get the first down, but he will pick up maybe a yard, and he is swarmed. I don't even think he got a yard. Brings up 4th down.
Smith for a very short gain. It'll be 4th down and 2 from the Brother Martin 27-yard line.
He did get a little bit. 4th and 2. And this is the ball game. Got to have it here. 2:33 and the clock ticks. Bryston lined up on the right side. Low snap. Pulls back. Throws a little short one. He got it to Martinez. First down at the 9-yard line. What a beautiful play. He just released from the backfield, and they floated right into the 6-7 hands of Bryson Martinez.
I'm just telling you, man, leadership and all that stuff is so crucial in crucial situations. Quarterback did a great job. Bryson did a great job. The offensive line protected. And look, you know what you got to do? You got to catch that ball.
Yeah. 1st and goal from the 9. Handoff, and he's chopped down. Henderson. He's had the hot hand on this drive. Picks up a yard, brings up 2nd down.
Don't be in a hurry. You're all right.
Just can't afford a motion penalty. Boy, they flew off the ball that time. Again, Diaz. They get the ball? Brother Martin saying they have the football. The referees haven't signaled that yet. They do. The ball was put on the turf, and we'll watch it here. His back was to us, but he lost the football, and it was picked up by Wiss, number 44. Now check that, that's Jabia. Dominic Jabia. So they were driving. They were down to the 8-yard line, and they turn the ball over to East Ascension with 1:27 left to go here in the ball game.
And one timeout.
Well, that is unfortunate. They had a great return on the kickoff, got it to the 45-yard line of the Crusaders, and marched it down the field to the 8, even picking up a 4th and 3. And then they unfortunately lose the football. After that amazing first half, this is a little bit of a disappointing second half for the Spartans, but there's a lot of good that we're going to be seeing this season.
And who are both of these teams playing next week?
St. Paul's, Crusaders are playing St. Paul's in Covington. East Ascension is playing Salmon at home here. Whistle blew. I'm not sure.
I don't know what coach is looking at. I thought I saw a motion penalty. You know, they were going down when they snapped the ball, it looked like to me.
Coach Mathern, you see him right there. He's out on the field trying to talk to the officials. So we'll reset. First down. It is 1st and 15. And they will kneel it and let the clock run. Timeout is going to be called. By East Ascension will call a timeout, their last timeout of the game. 1:24 left in this one, and Brother Martin just trying to escape with the victory here tonight. But you gotta first of all, you gotta hand it to East Ascension. They came out and played a really good first half of football. But you've also got to say, man, the Crusaders fought back. It was 22-9 in the second quarter.
This was a great high school football game.
100%. Next week, you and I on Thursday will be Cecilia at Santa Ma. Santa Ma coming off that big victory at Byrd, 49-6, I think.
I think so. I think somewhere in the middle of the game, Byrd had a 92-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. So it looked like the Santa Ma played pretty good offensively and defensively.
1:24 on the clock, second down. They did kneel it, so they lost a little bit of yardage. Got to be careful.
Yeah.
They're going to have to run a play. They can't just kneel this one. There's too much time left. They're dancing in the backfield, his brother Martin. I'm not sure why this is taking so long. We've had a lot of referee confabs. Not sure that's a word, but it is now. They will nail it. Kneel it. They'll bring up third down.
Well, that's. I guess we have. If we have a change of possession, the clock's going to stop and not keep running.
I may have underestimated or overestimated the amount of time they had.
Third down and 13.
Brings up third and a long way, but it doesn't seem to matter. They're just going to try to kneel it, let the clock run all the way down to 1 or 2 seconds and let it roll out. They'll kneel it at 40, and that will do it.
The ball game.
They're synced up game clock and play clock, and that will do it. A disappointing ending to this one, but a lot to be proud of for East Ascension.
It's going to be, I tell you what, week one, outstanding job. It's going to be really an exciting year for both of these teams.
We're going to take a quick break. The final score, 29-22. The Crusaders of Brother Martin escape with a victory over the Spartans of East Ascension. We'll be back to wrap this one up. Don't go anywhere, folks. Back in just a minute on the Rev Game of the Week.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
90 years. It's not just a number. It's decades of dedication to great service. The local team at REV has been serving Louisiana families and businesses for generations. Our people have the experience to deliver a superior network, which gives you the speed and reliability to live your best life and get more done at work. We're here for your home and your business. You can count on REV. 90 years of building connections.
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's. REV presents the Action Minute.
Here's the Clinical Director of Action Therapy and Wellness, Haley Leindecker.
Hi, I'm Haley Leindecker with Action Therapy and Wellness in Gonzales, and I'm here to show you some simple techniques that you can do at home to increase mobility and improve posture. The seated thoracic extension using a foam roller will improve your posture. Support your neck with your hands and keep your feet flat on the ground. Lean back over the foam roller while keeping your lower back neutral. Standing wand flexion is easy and very effective. Using a shoulder width grip, keep your arms straight and slowly raise the wand overhead as far as comfortable. For the pectoralis stretch, stand near a doorway and place your forearms against the wall at a 90-degree angle. Step forward slightly till you feel a slight pull in your chest to feel a stretch. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Repeat 3 times. Action Therapy and Wellness specializes in physical therapy, sports therapy, occupational, and hand therapy. Just remember, no referrals needed. Give us a call today.
Great tradition playing of the alma mater. We're going to listen to that from the East Ascension Pride of EA Band. Here they go. a great tradition playing the alma mater, and we certainly are looking forward to seeing this team over the course of this season. Again, the final score, 29-22. Brother Martin comes away with the victory. But, Coach, really quickly, a good start for East Ascension. They've got a lot to build on, and they have some real positives.
Yeah, and when you go back and you look at the past couple of years, you see that this team is heads and tails above what they've had in the past. And I think if, the coaches, need to look on the positive side. There's no doubt about it. Probably some things that they could have, improved on. But there were a ton of great things that happened here. When you can run the ball between the tackles like they did, probably for a couple of 100 yards, I would think, that's got to make you feel like you've accomplished something in this game. Just did not, you had to, be good in the second half almost the entire time. And I think basically just got a little bit tired in the second half.
Definitely. Want to check on Blackburn. Hopefully he's okay. We didn't see him in the second half. Who knows what that was about, but hopefully he will have another great game next week. Let's take a look really quickly at our games coming up for next week. You and I will be at Cecilia versus Sanama on Thursday, and we'll also have Parkview Baptist versus Prairieville. That'll be Jeff Porsche and Jonathan Moore, and then Port Allen and Donaldsonville will be on Rev Sports 2. And in 2 weeks, Colgate Baton Rouge at Dutchtown, which is homecoming, and John F. Kennedy at Sanama. Lots of great football coming up. We're just getting started for our 2025 season. Well, that is going to do it for us here on the Rev Game of the Week. We want to thank our camera operators, Courtney Lawrence, Jacob Anthony Voisin, Chase Henderson, our great director, Nolan Wagasback, and, of course, the man who makes it all happen, Lyle Boudreau, back in Master Control. For myself, Jimmy Frederick, and the Hall of Famer, David Swacker, have a great night, everybody. We'll see you on Thursday next week.